That's right. That's right. We're a little early today. Yeah. We're a little early today, y'all. How's it going? Good morning, y'all. Good afternoon for most of you, but good morning, y'all. We got the cat cam. Want to say hi to the cat cam? Look over here. Good Navi. Good Goral. Good Goral. Honestly, I don't even think I need it. She's so in frame already. What's up, Blainable? Cat echo. Thank you. We're good. No more cat echo. I didn't even think about the fact that it would have a microphone on the webcam that I'm using. I'm just using my old webcam. There she goes. She's chilling now. See, that's why we have the cat cam. Because once she lays down, you can't see her in frame. It's a good kitty. Get a little bit better of an angle on her. Oh, that's moving my monitor when I do that. There we go. Bring this round. Look, kitty, everyone can see you. Good girl. Where is my pay a $1 to give the cat a treat button? Ooh. She's already chonky. I don't know if that's very responsible pet owner of me. Although that would be a lot of money. Dear God. Alright, let's alert the Discord. Let's let them know we're live. Let me get that up. Carrot. Ooh, a carrot stick for the kitty. Pretty good. Pretty good. I like that. Ooh. How is everyone doing today? What's everyone's day like so far? Sorry, I had the music kind of loud there. Just realized. How's everybody doing? Announcements. Stream alerts, baby. We on. Alright. Oh, kitty wants the pets. Hello. Yeah? Like that? Nice. I think she's a lot happier that way. What's up? You want a light? Is that what you want? You want a light on? That light better? You like that light on you? Mm-hmm. Yeah? Ooh, you're getting your tail's wagging a lot. What's up, zombie? Top of the morning to you. Her whiskers are like so crazy in frame. It's a good kitty. Come here. Yeah. She's an older cat too. She's like over 10 years old. New plan, buy the kitty, give you money to feed the kitty. All right, you gonna chill there? Okay. Any moment now, she's gonna want more attention. It's gonna happen. It's gonna be y'all's fault. Big kitty energy. Your body is ready. What's up, Dion? Excited for your decks too. Oh, the meows have started. Okay, Gibby, there you go. Oh, right in the camera. What's up, Pablo? What's up, zombie? There are two cats, but this is I have two cats. This is the same cat. She's in frame, funny enough, which I wasn't expecting. So it's like, I don't really need the cat cam. I do have two cats, though. One of them will be on stream later, 100%. I just know that she's been getting lonely lately. Oh, see? Now she's sitting. Now we need the cat cam. See? Gibby. She's so cute. Let me turn this light off. I think it's bothering her. There you go. Is that better, Navi? You like that? Yeah? Okay. Good. Big cat cam energy. Isn't that right? You like this, Navi? Oh, no, wait, no. Just lay back down. You were in such a good frame. Hello. Shadow or Celeste if you had to pick one. Ooh, we haven't done Celeste yet. We've done Shadow, Ryan. I'd be excited for Celeste. Celeste Rune Knight, right? But here's the thing. Shadow's also so much fun. You know? What I do? Why you judging me? I'm just out here living my life. What? Yeah, Shadow is so much fun to build. There's so many ways to build Shadow. There's like at least 4 or 5 like valid ways to build that deck. But Celeste we haven't done. You know. What? Okay. Honestly, I should pin that. You're right. Let me fix chat for 2 seconds. All right. We're going to pin that. There we go. We're going to do that all stream long. Because the kitty is adorbs. All right, kitty. Are you ready? We're going over 5 decks today. You excited? 5 decks. You say meow? Meow. She's purring so loud. She's purring so loud. Uh-huh. Okay, she's ready. Are you guys ready? Are y'all ready for 5 decks? This cat's name is Navi. Free deck. You know what? Free roast to anyone who can guess where I got the name Navi from. It is from a digital media. It's not the one you're guessing. Trust me. But go ahead. Where'd I get the name Navi from? Go for it, chat. Where we get the name Navi. N-A-V-I. Mega Man Battle work. No. I like where you're thinking, though. Think obscure. Well, somewhat obscure. It's gotten more popular in the last 10 years. She's looking, too. Look, she's looking right at chat. Isn't that right, Navi? Knobbers. Ooh, look at that. Nope, Pablo, most people do think it's Ocarina of Time. It is not Ocarina of Time. Not Scribblenauts. Not Zelda. It is a somewhat popular digital media. Not Avatar. What's up, Otter Pirate? Deck time. Let's go. By the way, I don't know if you guys noticed, I upgraded my internet. We are officially on normal latency. Or low latency on stream now. Hopefully you can tell how much faster I'm reacting to chat. Or that chat's showing up on stream. Not the Power Rangers, but that's also a very good guess. Oh yeah, she likes Pats, as you can tell. We are guessing where the name Navi came from for my cat, which I will comment the actual name. So this is how it's spelled. Woo! Are the YouTube member vids exclusive to YouTube subscribers? So the YouTube member vid is also available on the Patreon. You can get it either if you're subbed to the Patreon or if you're a YouTube member. I wanted to give both communities access, you know? Navi, come back up. Come here. Oh, cat cam over. Cat cam over. She stepped down. I'll remove the pin. Not One Piece. Nope. Blainable, you could not watch the... Oh, the one on YouTube. Yeah. No problem. So it's on the Patreon as well. It is also available to all Patreon members. So if you're sub to the Patreon, you have access to it. Yeah. All right, y'all. It's time. It's time to get some decks cooked. Are you all ready to cook some decks? It is not from a song, but I will give you one last hint. The reason the media that I'm talking about has recently gotten popular is due to one of the songs from the media getting popular. Everyone started going to that media because of a song getting popular. Nope, not Cyberpunk. Okay, I'll give you another hint. It is in fact, it is before 2010. It was made before 2010. I think that narrows it a lot. We're guessing the name of my cat, Navi. Where did I get the name Navi from? It is obscure. Not like so obscure no one would get it. Definitely not that obscure. Like, it's not that weird. I'm sure some of y'all are Google fooing. Like, someone's going to get it eventually. Someone's going to get this free roast. It's not Mega Man. No. Good guess, though. Very good guess, CIGP. Yeah, see, that's the thing, is Zelda's like my brick wall. It covers it for me. No one's going to find it as a result. Let me Google it, make sure it's... So it's spelled the same way. It is spelled... No, not Time As I... It is not that one. Nope. It's not Dota, Nick Figs. Nope. I like the way you're thinking, though. And it's spelled Navi. What's up, Carlton Bank? How you doing? Dot hack? Nope, Brendan. For those of you just joining, we're guessing where I got the name of my cat, Navi. I'm going to put it in chat again so that way you guys know. It's not an Evangelion. No, although Evangelion is 1000% my favorite piece of media ever made. For certain. Love it. Like, it's like Evangelion, probably like the Dark Souls franchise, like Elden Ring and all that. Nope, not Sakiku no Danger. Nope. Or Dagnar? Is it Dagnar? No, it's not the blue alien. Nope, it's not from the Avatar movies. Nope. All right, you guys are getting another hint. We're dropping another hint. It is in fact from an anime. It is from an anime. Pre-2010 anime. That narrows it a ton. She's staring at me on the ground. She's like, I don't know if I liked sitting up there. But do not worry, if my other cat comes, we will turn the cat cam back on. We will be cat camming it up. What's the current turnaround time for decks ordered through the website? Please and thank you. Zach Miller, it is currently 10 days at the most because I showed them on stream. But if you email me, I'll be happy to send it to you early. Pablo, you have just won yourself a roast, my friend. Get on the Discord. It is from Serial Experiments Lane. It is the computer system that they use in Serial Experiments Lane, and it has a voice. And the voice is like a weird monotone voice, and her meows are very similar to it. So I was like, Navi. Yeah. If you get on the Discord, I can definitely help you out with that. The reason it takes so long isn't because it takes super long for me to end up actually making them or anything like that. I make them almost day of most of the time, or within like 48 hours. It's just that we show them here on stream, and I often want to like go back to it, test the deck, make sure they're okay. So like the reason it's 10 days is I want to do testing for you. I want to make sure, like, I don't want to be one of those YouTubers that just goes, well, I made the list, click, done. Like, I want to test it and make sure it's a good deck, you know? Yeah, dude, here's the thing. Serial Experiments Lane is no longer niche. Everyone found it through the band Boa. The main song for the anime got famous. I went to a Boa concert this year, and it was filled with kids, like high schoolers. I felt I was probably one of the oldest people there. It was so awkward. I was like standing up, having a good time, had a beer in hand, you know. I was singing every lyric because I've been listening to them my whole life, like literally my whole life. It was rough. Carlton Banks, I can check for you right now. What did you submit? If you want to give me, I can check. You are, in fact, not on the September list. You're on this month's list, so you're probably on Thursday, my friend. Let's check here. You are submission number... Nope. Oh, do we have two of those? No, we don't. Okay. I thought I just saw two deck submissions of the same kind in a row. I think you're on Thursday, bud. Let me check. And you used Carlton Bank as your name, right? I'm searching for you right now. Is that what name did you use on your deck request? Oh, Flubsy. Okay. Were you yesterday? You may have been... Oh, no. We did deck roast yesterday, not deck... Can I search my... Is there a way to search all of these and find out who is who? Oh, view on Google Sheets. There you go. Let me look through this. Flubs. You either put in Flubs or Carlton. Huh. And you submitted it? That's so strange. When did you submit? I don't see your name. I don't see Flubs or Carlton as a name at all on all 30 deck submissions I have. Are you in the September list already? Oh, yes. You are the first one of September, Carlton. You are the first one of September. You are deck numero uno. So next Tuesday. Yeah, you are our first deck. You just barely edged out. Have I ever been to Jamaica? No, but I'm sure I'd love it. I love cold weather, though, but I also, hot's pretty good. What's up, John H? How's it going? Welcome to the stream. Yeah, you're next Tuesday, Carlton. But, you are the first one, too. Right at the beginning of the day. Guys, I have a little bit of announcements. Yes, yeah, John H. Dukes on Patreon, you get a deck every single month and a roast every single month. So you get to submit a deck to be roasted every month as well. So I got a little bit of announcement. We got two. So if you are on the Patreon or you are a member of the channel, so if you go below and you join the channel for $4.99 a month, you will have access to this video. I did something called Def Chat. So I'm going to be uploading a weekly to bi-weekly vlog series where I tell you about what's going on either in my life or on the channel, as well as I give you sneak peeks into all of the projects coming out. Also, if you watch the stream, I'll normally like hint at some of them, but like in the live streams or in the Def Chat videos, the vlogs, I just straight up tell you what they are and like show you. So like I'm just going to hint at it. But we got two announcements today. We got two. One, the Patreon is getting two new tiers. Two. One of them is now a completely this is brand new. The Patreon now has a new way to get deck techs a custom deck. Some of you said one deck a month kind of sucks and you want more than that. So instead of making you have to buy them separately, I now have a tier that it's buy 3 get 1 free. You get 4 decks a month and 2 roasts for 160. And so you literally save an entire deck roast or an entire deck. You get one for free. So if you want to be on this stream every single week, you now have that option. That's the new Wizards role. Also, for those of you that have been asking about merchandise, I am now going to be selling a mega tier that's coming up soon. This mega tier is going to have an entire box sent to your house with signed merch. We're talking shirt, hat, playmat, sleeves, all this stuff that we got in the works. You get a whole box with your commander signed, and you get a video. That mega tier is coming once the merch is done. Very excited about that. Kanan, so what happens is I currently am looking for a solution online to where we can jot down how much everyone has, and then you can like expend your tickets so they never go away. So you can effectively like buy it and then immediately like you'll have like 4 tickets added to your account. So that's what we're currently trying to find an electronic solution for. Again, we are in the first month of this Patreon being launched. So like I want to make sure I'm doing it right. I'm going to continue to get that. And yes, Dukes are still getting their custom altar and signed card, correct? That starts being sent out the month after you get your deck roasted, because I order the cards in and then I have to wait for all of them and I do them in a big batch. Yes, Brennan, there will be a picture of me signed in the box as a joke, dependent on whoever orders it. If you want a feet pic signed, whatever, it's feet. I don't care. It's just my feet. Like, they're already on the internet for free. I hate shoes. I don't wear, when I'm inside my house, I don't wear anything on my feet. It's comfortable. I have very big feet. I don't know what to tell you. They get sweaty. I don't look, I'm not wearing socks in my house. It's too warm. It's not gonna happen. But if you want it signed, I mean, I guess. I mean, I just don't want any follow-up pictures of you with that picture. That's the only thing I don't want. Oh, that's cool. Yeah, the Arizona. I didn't even think about that. I should have more Arizonas on stream. All socks pics in the video. Only socks. Nice. So yeah, we have the 2 new Patreon tiers coming out. One just released. So if you're a Duke and you want extra tickets for more of these, go ahead and go upgrade your tier this month. It's going to be at, again, it's buy 3 get 1 free. And you also get a free roast as well on top of that. So it is a big upgrade, and it will allow me to quit my part-time production job so I can do this full-time. We talked about it, I think, at the beginning of the month about the fact that I'm trying to do this completely full-time. And we hit the halfway mark financially for me to do this full-time 2 days ago. So we're really close. So if enough people hop on to the new Wizard tier, that will do that. The other thing I guess I can hint at is we are going to be doing some game streams soon, like for fun ones. And then I have a really, really, really big project coming out in October. Brendan, I did in fact do radio, and I did in fact work at a record label. My voice was used as voiceover, and for a while I even dictated and narrated and encasted for Professional Rocket League and For Honor. Yeah, I miss doing radio stuff. It's fun. Sadly, all those jobs got taken by AI. They're just gone. I really miss it. I like using my voice, and I like using the richness of it to make people's days much better. You're watching Paramount Studios Home Television during COVID 2020. Thank you for watching. I miss it. It was fun. I'm sure as I get older, like, bro, if I start smoking, I'll sound great. Not that I would, but, you know, I'd sound pretty good. Get a little bit of that rasp in there. But, it'd be, so, Brennan, you're actually hinting at one of the projects coming out, so you'll be very excited. Hobo with Waffle, do you have any gameplay or landfill deck? Maybe. There might be, and it may be coming soon. I wonder if I have filmed gameplay with all my favorite decks with my friends. I wonder. Maybe that'll be available on the Patreon next month. That'd be crazy if it was, you know? That'd be wild. Be wild, wouldn't it? It'd be crazy. I wonder who would do that, you know? Not me. Anyway, it's time to get into our decks today. Everyone ready? We've chatted for 30 minutes. Are you ready? Are you ready for some custom decks? Can I get some amens in the chat? Are we ready? I'm ready. I had a great lunch too. I have energy before this stream. I made chicken salad. I had some eggs with some soy sauce. I had some fruit. I had some veggies. I got green tea. I got coffee. We got 2 amens. We need one more amen to start. Are we starting right now? Are we still chatting? Huh? What's it gonna be? What's it gonna be? There it is. Knockoff Tomcat with the amen. Otter Pirate. Baki. Hobo with Waffle. Y'all, it's time that we get into our first deck of the day. I promised this deck would be first. And also, it comes with a little bit of a caveat. Y'all, I want to let you know something. I had a fan reach out that wanted to get their deck done, and they wanted it to get done at a reasonable pace. I, in fact, had to leave the States. I was busy and was unable to get it done in time. I want to let you guys know, if this ever happens, if things like this ever become an issue, I always step up. I gave this person a free extra deck, and I promised it would be first on this stream. So without further ado, because I care about you guys, and I will always step up if anything goes wrong, Dr. Eggman. Let's get into the roast, baby. Welcome to the Dr. Eggman. Let's do this. Are y'all excited for some Eggman action? Dr. Eggman, 2 generic Grixis, flying human scientist 3/6. At the beginning of your end step, draw a card. Then, when each opponent faces a villainous choice, that player discards a card, or you may put a construct, robot, or vehicle from your hand onto the battlefield. I am going to preach you the gospel of Dr. Eggman. I need everyone in chat to understand this. I need you to know, and I need you to write this down. This deck is not supposed to be played fairly. We are not going to. I refuse that notion, and we are going to make sure that our opponents are absolutely miserable. We're going to make people's days terrible. It's gonna be great. And on top of that, we get to run an itty bitty teeny weeny land count. We're not gonna be running much lands in this deck because we're trying to play stuff for free. We ain't trying to do much other than that. That is the idiosyncrasy behind this. And on top of that, did you know that blue has its own crater hoof? Stay tuned to find more out, because I'm about to show you how nasty I cooked on this deck. So first off, we're going to talk about Tezzeret for a big baddie Tezzy. So, whenever an artifact you control enters, put a loyalty counter on Tezzeret. This thing will not leave the battlefield. Your commander is a 3/6 flying butt. Look how thick Eggman is. I need you to see how thick Eggman is. That thing, nothing is going to get past that thing. Otter Pirate with the big alley-oop. Yes, it is indeed Cyberdrive Awakener. We're going to be talking about that. I love this card. One of my favorite cards in the game, actually. So, Tezzeret Cruel Captain. Whenever an artifact you control enters the battlefield, put a loyalty counter onto Tezzeret. 0 mana, untap an artifact creature. If it's an artifact, put a +1/+1 counter on it. We're going to buff our stuff. We're going to search our library, and we are absolutely going to ult it with this emblem at the beginning of combat on your turn. Put 3 +1/+1 counters on target artifact you control. If it's not a creature, it becomes a 0/0 robot artifact. You know this is the hottest card in the deck. You know it. Adam W., I've been building a Dr. Eggman as a side project. Looking forward to getting some good ideas. Well, guess what? If you do not have a Tezzeret in this deck, it needs to be in the deck. It is literally the best card in the deck right now. I kid you not. 37 artifact creatures, y'all. 37. Are you ready? Are you ready? Because that's a lot. That's a lot, isn't it? So, Curie Emergent Intelligence. Whenever Curie Emergent Intelligence deals combat damage to a player, draw cards equal to its power. This is good card draw. It comes down early. It's something we can play before we play Eggman, and we can get it for free later if we really want to, due to it being a robot. Ethereum Sculptor. We're going to make all these artifacts cost 1 less to cast. This deck likes cost reducers. We love cost reducers. It's one of the best things about this deck. Golbez Crystal Collector. Whenever an artifact you enters Surveil 1 at the beginning of your end step, if you control 4 or more artifacts, return target creature card from your graveyard, baby. Golbez is one of the 2 secret commanders in this deck. If you find it in your opening hand, you can now use this as your main game plan and forget Eggman and use him as a backup game plan. Every good commander deck has a secret commander. You need to understand this. If you don't think I'm right, literally every precon comes with a backup commander in the 99. That's why they put them in the precon. If you get blown out, if your commander gets killed twice, countered twice, there's an extra one in the deck to play around. That's of a similar vein. If you're building a commander deck and you don't have a backup commander in the list, you're playing commander wrong. At least a bracket 3 and below. Bracket 4 and higher, nah, you're fine. But I'm telling you right now, I'm preaching that. Always put an extra commander in the deck. Always do it. You're gonna love it. I guarantee. You're going to love it. It'll be huge. It'll be great. So, Golbez, gorgeous card. Steel Overseer. Tap, put a +1/+1 counter on each artifact creature you control. Do I have to sell you? Do I have to sell you on this? And on top of that, guys, I would love for you to read this card a little bit more effectively for me, because it does not say tap, put a +1/+1 counter on each on each other. It says each, meaning Steel Overseer grows itself. And gorgeous card. Most of those say other creature. I need you to know that. It makes that card so much better. So much better. All right, y'all. Let's get a little farther into this, shall we? Flame War Brash Veteran. Sacrifice an artifact, put a +1/+1 counter on it, only activate as a sorcery. But for a colorless, you can discard your hand and put all exile cards you own into your hand. So, I wonder what else this card does. Whenever Flame Wearer deals combat damage to a player, exile that many cards from your library face down and put an intel counter on them. This has saved me so many games in this deck. You have no idea. It is very, 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 very good. Love this card. Love this card. So, Foundry Inspector, another cost reducer. Let's count this. We got 2 now. We like our cost reducers a lot. Scrap Trawler. Whenever Scrap Trawler or another artifact is put in your graveyard from your battlefield, return to your hand target artifact card that's lesser value. That combos with Golbez so hard because we're going to surveil and then we're going to get artifacts back to hand, baby. Scrawling Crawler, the new updated version of Scrapper Crawler. At the beginning of your upkeep, each player draws a card. But whenever opponent draws a card, that player loses a life. We need card draw in this deck, and we like our constructs. There was no reason to exclude this at bracket 3. If we were trying to be a mean deck, this would help our opponents too much. But there's a reason we want people to have cards in hand, and that's due to our second secret commander, which we will talk about soon. Virulent Silencer. Whenever a non-token artifact creature you control deals combat damage to a player, that player gets 2 poison counters. And you know we've got proliferation in this deck, y'all. Y'all know I'm already on that. Barbed Servitor. Indestructible. When it enters the battlefield, you suspect. It has menace and can't block. And whenever Barbed Servitor deals combat damage to a player, you draw a card and you lose a life. But whenever Barbed Servitor is dealt damage, target opponent loses that much life. This thing is going to draw you so many cards. Also, the art is sick. It's very cool. It's a little too out there for me. Not a fan of the set it's from, but it's very cool. Yes. For Sticker Cube, our basics share between decks. Yes, I do share all my basics because I painstakingly went to like 5 LGS and I found original foil Kamigawa lands, and that's all I use. And so for me, I do because of that. And then I also have like all of Seb McKinnon's foil swamps from the Secret Lair, which were not cheap. That took me a very long time to trade for. Crypto Thrall. Other artifact creatures you control have hexproof. Love this so much. Obviously. Cyclonus the Saboteur. Whenever Cyclonus deals combat damage to a player, it connives. Super good because we need card draw in this deck. Oil Deep Gear Hulk. Lifelink Ward 1 on a 4/4 body is already very good. But not only that, when it enters the battlefield, whenever you look at target player's hand, you may choose a card from it. If you do, that player discards and then draws a card. This will get the board wipe out of people's hands that you're worried about. Trust me. Target the white player, slap that thing out. No, you cannot have these. No. Look at duress effects. Thoughtseize effects in Commander are way more potent than people think. Way more potent. If anything, yes, Code Exorcist, that was in fact against white people. No, I'm kidding. It's against white players. As in people who play white. It's always that awkward moment, you know, when you're playing CEDH and you say, hit the black player. And then everyone goes, and you're like, no. They use the mana, the mana with the black on it. You know, the skull, the swamp. Yeah. And then the swamp makes them pay life because they're on necropotence and they're on ad nauseam. And then you realize there's only one black guy at the table and you're like, and then it gets worse. It just keeps getting worse. That in fact happened to me multiple times because in my friend group, I'm white, my wife's Chinese, my other friend's Indian, my other friend's black, and I'm always saying hit the black player. Daquan was always the only black player at the table. It just happens, okay? Sometimes the stars align and you become a racist by virtue. Who knows? But that being said, Oil Deep Gear Hulk, find Whitey, get him. Make sure there's no Cleansing Nova, no Farewell in the hand. Get that out. Get out of here. You don't need it. No. We don't like that. Padim Council of Innovation, 3 generic and a colorless baby legendary artifact, Vidalcan Artificer. Artifacts you control have hexproof, baby. We are now redundant with this. Look at that. Hexproof, and with an extra caveat. At the beginning of your upkeep, if you control the artifact with the highest mana value, which you better, or tied for the highest mana value, draw a card. Woo! Love that. Card draw. Roaming Throne, because Roaming Throne. Sadly, as you can see, it is not a vehicle, robot, or construct. It is, in fact, a golem. So it's a bit of a dud in that sense. Same with Solemn Simulacrum. But they're just too good not to. And they're artifacts, and that keeps our artifact count up, and that's what matters. Rose Cutthroat Raider. At the beginning of combat, at the end of combat on your turn, if you attack this turn, create a junk token for each opponent you attack. It's an artifact. With sacrifice this artifact, exile the top card of your library. You may play that card until the end of your turn. But whenever you sacrifice a junk, when you have Rose out, you do get a red mana. So this is very helpful. Rook Turret. So Rook Turret is flying artifact creature construct. Whenever another artifact you control enters, you may draw a card. If you do, discard a card. This card is insane in this deck. You are going to go nuts. If you have Rook Turret out with Golbez and Scrap Trawler, you're going to draw like 9 cards a turn just for playing mana rocks. It's stupid. It is stupid. And don't get me started if you also have Chaos Defiler out. We're going to get to that in a moment. Starscream Power Hungry, 3 generic and a black. Legendary artifact robot. Whenever more than meets the eye, you may flip it. But it says whenever you draw a card, if you are the monarch, target opponent loses 2 life. And whenever one or more creatures deal combat damage to you, convert Starscream. And like you guessed it, it allows you to get the monarch. Whenever Starscream deals combat damage to a player, if there is no monarch, that player becomes the monarch. Whenever you become the monarch, convert it and you get to go back. Starscream, very fun card, creates a very fun political game. Super fun. Yes, Pablo, this thing is fun as heck. Not to stop the flow, you can answer this in an intermission. Do you have a code for Maniple? Noritama, I have reached currently a verbal agreement with Maniple. So it's hopefully coming on October 3rd. I am talking to them about affiliation. I'm very excited about that, and they are awesome people. I know the CEO. He's a great guy. I'm really excited about it. So hopefully Manipool is my first big boy sponsor for the channel. We'll see there. On another note, any reason for no current commander image this time? Yes, Code Exorcist. It's because I forgot to update it. You're looking at a professional. Yeah, let's fix that real quick. That's a good point. We should still do that. I got lazy. I don't want to be lazy. I want to be a good streamer boy. I don't want to be no lazy boy. Current commander. So what I do is I actually just I have like a PNG I update every time, and then it updates through OBS as a result, which is honestly hilarious. All right, let's save that file. Boop. There we go. Now I can boop. There we go. Awesome. So after Starscream, we have Chaos Defiler. When Chaos Defiler enters the battlefield or dies, for each opponent, choose a non-land permanent that player controls and destroy one of them. Choose at random. So what's fun about Chaos Defiler is we constantly can like re-ETB this using some graveyard shenanigans. It's very fun. But guys, it's time for our secret commander number 2. Our second secret commander, you guessed it, is Kefka Court Mage. The reason Kefka is our secret secondary commander is not because it's in the same colors. It's not because it's a good commander. It is not because it's powerful. It's because it shares the same discarding clause as Dr. Eggman. And in this deck, I've included a lot of cards that love the discard clause. So if people do, actually have to face the villainous choice and that player discards a card, instead of letting you play something for free, Kefka also gets to do a lot with that. And so, or has the same ability. So it ends up compounding with our cards that care about discarding. A Koldotha Forge Master. Tap, sacrifice 3 artifacts, search your library for an artifact card, and put it onto the battlefield and then shuffle your library. This is going to go get something very big in the future, which we'll talk about. Slicer, Hired Muscle, because Slicer, Hired Muscle. This thing is going to make the game turn into a point and scream fest. I hope you enjoy. I am not going to explain it because it's funnier when I don't. Stuffy Doll. Indestructible. As Stuffy Doll enters the battlefield, choose a player. Whenever Stuffy Doll is belt down. Whoa, Jay. Let's get our words correct here. Let's talk like a normal human. As Stuffy Doll enters the battlefield, choose a player. Whenever Stuffy Doll is dealt damage, it deals that much damage. Choose the chosen player. So we have things in this deck that deal damage directly to specific things. Stuffy Doll is going to help us get around the players that have too many blockers, because there's going to be a Dino player or someone at the table, and Stuffy Doll makes them feel so stupid. It's awesome. It's super fun. Yeah, Slicer Voltron, Tyler. So good. No, it is not an Aetherflux angle, but I like the way you think, Otter. That's more of a Golbez deck thing. Queen in red. Would you recommend Eggman in a Kefka deck, assuming you have enough free targets for Eggman's ability? Sadly, Queen, I wouldn't. There's not enough good robots that you can generically put them in a Kefka list due to the fact that, in general, it's a bit of a niche archetype. So you have to build around it for it to be worth it. Dr. Eggman often is, everyone's just going to say, cool, get a free robot, and you're not going to have one, so it's not as good. Kefka is an amazing deck with a lot of angles already, and there's plenty of ways to play it super fun and super efficiently. Yeah. And a special request with the deck was Turgrid as our third secret commander. I would like everyone in the stream to know. Hold on, chat. Hold on. I didn't put this in here. This was a request. This was a request from Dion. Not me. I'm not committing this sin again. The last time I commit this sin, it got 1 million views on YouTube Shorts. I don't know if you've seen that video. It was around the time Mana Crypt got banned. I'm not doing that again. I learned my lesson. I'm a good boy now. We're gonna not talk about Turgid too much. Blitzwing Cruel Tormentor. At the beginning of your end step, target opponent loses life equal to the life that player lost this turn. If no life is lost this way, you convert it. At the beginning of combat on your turn, choose flying or indestructible at random. Blitzwing gains the ability until end of turn. Big swingy boys. We love it. We're going to be searching up with Kuldotha Cyber Drive Awakener. It's going to turn all of our artifacts into creatures and give them flying and make them 4/4 base power and toughness. Big boom, big slap. Yep. Oh, Lord Kanan, that's disgusting. Marlin of the Morn Song and Mindlock Orb? We should, one of these days I'll unveil it. I have a deck that is what I would consider the most evil possible deck you could build. By turn 2, you can control every single player. Yeah. Yeah. Literally, you control the whole game. There's no more playing. You control every player by turn 2. There's technically a dream hand to do it on turn 1 if you're in first seat, but if I'm not mistaken, I think due to Jeweled Lotus getting banned, it's no longer possible. So I'd have to relook into it, but there used to be a line to do it on turn 1. Yeah, it was stupid. Okay. Relentless X ATM 092. This creature can't be blocked except by 3 or more creatures, and for 8, return this card from the graveyard to the battlefield with a finality counter on it. It's big, it's mean, it smacks, and it's got recursion. We gonna run it, y'all. Yeah, it's even better than Mindslaver. It's disgusting. And it's infinite. Once you hit the combo, the game is over. You control all 4 players, so including yourself, for the rest of the game. It's... Maybe I'll make a video about it one day. I don't know. Maybe I should. But it's my bracket 4 list for when people say that like they don't understand the difference between bracket 4 and bracket 5. I'm like, well, this is bracket 4 because it's stupid and it's hard and it's a combo list that falls apart immediately and doesn't care about the meta. That's what makes it bracket 4. Ruin Grinder, Menace. Whenever this creature dies, each player may discard their hand and draw 7 cards. Would you look at that, y'all? A wheel. I wonder if we're running any more of those in this deck. Let's think about that after. Scavenger, Brawler. Flying, Vigilance, Trample, Lifelink, and you can pump it. Yeah, this thing is nasty. And if it ends up in your graveyard, which is completely likely considering we're wheeling ourselves and discarding cards, you can exile it from your graveyard and put a 4+1/+1 counters, a flying counter, a vigilance counter, a trample counter, and a lifelink counter on a creature. It's awesome. It is awesome. Scuttling Doom Engine. 6 generic. Scuttling Doom Engine can't be blocked by creature's power 2 or less. It is a 6/6, and when it dies, it deals 6 damage to target opponent or planeswalker. Yeah, but you're excited, Dion. It's so much fun. Torrential Gearhulk, Flash. Whenever this creature enters, you may cast target instant or sorcery card from your graveyard without paying its mana cost. Cyberman Squadron. Non-legendary artifacts you control have Myriad. This is a huge Hail Mary. So my first win with this deck was I tutored up Cyberdrive Awakener with Kuldotha Reforged on turn 5. Yeah, so on turn 5, I tapped Kuldotha and I played Cyberdrive Awakener. And then I top decked Cyberman Squadron the next turn. And then my Dr. Eggman triggered and it put in Cyberman Squadron for free. And I instantly went to win the game on my next turn. Thought Monitor is a super easy free thing to cast later on due to its affinity, and then you draw 2 cards when it enters. Cityscape Leveler, whenever you cast a spell, Cityscape Leveler, or whenever it attacks, destroy up to 1 target non-land permanent. Its controller creates a tap Power Stone. Let's get rid of some stuff. It's awesome. You can get it in for free. Suchi Cave Guard, 8 generic, Vigilance Ward 4. When Suchi Cave Guard dies, add 8 colorless. Or add and until end step, you don't lose it. That is massive in this list. And the last one of the deck, the biggest construct in the game, Metalwork Colossus. This spell has X less the cast, where X is the total mana value of non-creature artifacts you control. Sacrifice 2 artifacts, return it from the graveyard to your hand, baby. So, let's get into how this deck makes mana. Rite of Flame, Jeska's Will, Cabal Ritual, Dark Ritual, Soul Ring, Mox Opal, Lotus Petal, Arcane Signet, Dimir Signet, Felwar Stone, Talisman, Thought Vessel, Cursed Mirror, technically, also makes mana. And yeah, that's it for that. Super, super good. Is it too early to look at Avatar Commander decks? Not at all. Not at all. Please send them in. I would say you'd want to wait because we don't know what cards are in the set, and the set's going to have cards that work better with those commanders, but I'm still happy to go for it. We're also going to be running Windfall and Wheel of Fortune. Everyone, let's get big amens in the chat for Otter Pirate, who just upgraded to the brand new tier, the Wizard tier on the Patreon. They're going to be receiving 4 decks a month. They're going to get a deck every single week on the stream, and the 4th one is free. And they also receive an extra roast. So big amens in the chat for Otter Pirate. Thank you so much. Big amens, y'all. Thank you. After that, one of my favorite cards in this entire list. I will not listen to any slander about this card. It's too fun. Siphon Mind. Each other player discards a card. You draw a card for each card discarded this way, baby. It is nasty. It is so much fun in this list. You have no idea. It's awesome. Next, their name is Death. Destroy all non-artifact creatures. Code. Yeah, Code. I said at the beginning of the stream, I thought you were here, dog. Soul, it is here, baby. It is here for you. Their name is Death is so sick. Destroy all non-artifact creatures, and the art is gorgeous. And if you're gonna get this card, get the foil. It's so pretty, so pretty. Y'all, there's more I could talk about this list, but I would like to show you better by playing it. Let me show you how nasty this deck gets. Let's get our first hand. Only one land. We had the talisman. This would be great if we had 2 lands. We were set. So let's say you're like me. I would keep this hand because I'm an idiot. Draw for turn. Play a land. Next turn. Yeah, you don't get the land, so don't do that. But if you got the land, let's just say we did for a second. Let's say we did. We'll shuffle all that away. You got the land on turn 2. Watery Grave. And then you have your talisman out. Next turn. Ooh, baby. Ooh, that's really good. Oh, wow. Yeah, this is amazing. Holy crap. Can we do the thing? I think we can do the thing. 1, 2. Arcane Signet. Oh, no. If we had a land, we could do the thing. Yeah. That would be really cool, though. No, we do this first. Okay, so Cabal Ritual, make 3 black. We use the 2 black. Arcane Signet. We got the black floating. And then we can Windfall. And then we can get 7 to hand. Put all this to the graveyard. And then, oh, no land on that one. Very, very unfortunate. Blood Crypt. We have Rite of Flame. So we have a turn 4 Dr. Eggman here with Tezzeret Cruel Captain as well in hand, which is amazing. So it's Rite of Flame, Tezzeret, and then we untap with Tezzeret, get to play Dr. Eggman. Next turn. Ooh. Wow. This is disgusting. Oh my lord. Tezzeret goes and gets us Soul Ring. Putting them down to 2 loyalty. Soul Ring, Waste Knots, and 6 for Ruin Grinder. And then whenever this dies, we'll wheel everyone with Waste Knot out. This is disgusting. And then Tezzeret goes up. Another loyalty counter. So now no one's messing with our board as a result. Oh my gosh. Yeah, this is disgusting. Holy cow. Let's run some other hands. All right, first hand, no lander. Second hand, we got 1 land. We got 2 lands. Okay. We can work with this. It just doesn't have red. But we also don't have red in our hand, so it doesn't matter. All right, drop return. We're going to play the Otawara. Next turn, Vessel. Turn 3. Ooh, we got the Uthrios. Oh, yeah. Yeah, have that enter tapped. Foundry and wait a minute. Oh, with the Soul Ring off the top. Free Soul Ring into a 1 mana Ethereum Sculptor into a 2 mana Lithoform Engine. Into the Dr. Eggman. Dude, this deck's disgusting. What have I done? And then we station and then we station 7. And then we station another. So Uthrios is online now. We have, oh my god, the Lithoform Engine can duplicate the Uthrios activation. I'm doing math right now in my head. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Make 5. Tap. Make 8. Play Metalwork Colossus for 2. Oh, Metalwork Colossus is just free already. And then we cyber. Dear God in heaven, what have I done? This is turn 5. And then we cycle Xander's Lounge. Land drop for turn. Oh, man. Wow. We didn't hit any of the wheels in the list, sadly, but there are wheels in this list. Yeah, the kid, exactly. But there's no more cards in hand. So this list definitely needs the wheels. We unfortunately didn't get one, but that's why there are wheels in this list. I would probably add another wheel or two into this list. Yeah, this is high bracket 3. This is high bracket 3. Yeah. Yeah, so Jessica's will is great, but yeah. We definitely want to, we'll probably do that real quick. We're going to take out, oh wait, we'd connive 5 with Cyclonus with 1 card in hand. So we actually see 5 cards during that turn too. I think this is a good time for me to remind you guys, if you would like a custom deck. Oh yeah, Eggman draws on end step as well. There you go. So, if you would like to get a custom deck built by me, go on over to the Patreon right now, because it's filling up quick. I'm going to be out of slots soon, which is insane to say out loud. We are going to be out of custom deck slots soon. So, don't miss out. Holy crap, I cooked with this list. But everyone, we're not done for Dion, everybody. Dion, you didn't just get 1 commander deck. You got 2 made this stream. You got 2. Let's get to your next list. Everyone, I would like you to feast your eyes on Terra Magical Adept. And I quote, on the order submission form, I was asked to make this deck evil. Upper bracket 3 evil. So, and I wasn't given a budget other than no reserve list cards. So, you know it's about to get nasty. Adam W, I love this series. You built me that Dr. Madison list, and I'm so excited to get the full list soon. I am so excited. And now I'm looking for commander. Now I am looking at commanders that I would want to build in the future. I'm so excited. I have never had someone. I have had one person message me afterwards and say they weren't happy with the list. I immediately told them we can redo the list that they didn't like, and I gave them a free list. I am 100% money back guarantee. Do not worry. Code Exorcist, you got a problem. I downgraded to Wizard. Does it mean I get a commander this week, or do I wait? You downgraded to Wizard. Downgraded? That's the second highest tier, brother. Of course you're going to get one. Of course you're going to get one for this week, Code. Absolutely. Make sure, oh yeah, do not worry. If you guys are confused about how you get your decks, don't worry. I have hired a web developer to be developing a system. So that way everyone can like log in and know when you're getting your lists and stuff like that. So do not worry. I have found a solution. It is just making my own solution. I didn't find one online, so don't worry. Until then, I'm taking care of everything on an Excel spreadsheet until then, and I'm manually tracking everything. So have no fear. Your data is being taken care of when that happens. Yes, that is correct, Code. That is correct. Thank you again. Amen's in the chat for Code. Thank you for becoming a wizard. I am so excited to make you more decks, Code. You always give me the best submissions. Thank you. Well, guys, I'm not going to bore you. I'm not going to waste your time, nor am I going to sit here and tantalize you with the juiciness that is Terra Magical Adept and what they are able to do. everybody, I would like to let you know that we have 17 combos in one deck. 17 combos in one deck. I was given the opportunity to be evil, and I decided to ignore the Geneva Convention. Oops. Sorry. So, if you guys are ready, we're about to, 17. Oops, all combos. The Geneva suggestion. We got, that's got to be some of the merch. Code, you've made that one of the funniest things on this channel so far. We've got to add that to the merch. The Geneva suggestion. We need the Geneva checklist. Oh, the Geneva bucket list. Oh my God. All right, put that in the Discord. We got to get that going. That would be so funny. That would be so funny. Dear God. Do y'all like my, dude, I love this. This brings me so much joy. God, I am so happy right now. I just want to praise you for this amazing life and this amazing stream and these amazing people. Amen. I just want to I'm on top of the world right now, guys. You're the best. I'm so happy to be here and do this with you. I'm so thankful. Yo, Blainable Arizona buds. Yes, I play Artificer in D&D. How could you tell? Oh my gosh. All right. Okay, guys. Here we go. Let's get into the 17 combo Terra Magical Adept Geneva suggestion. I have had watermelon. I've had watermelon today. Had some with lunch. For those of you who have not read the card, Terra Magical Adept. Whenever Terra enters mill 5 cards, put up to 1 enchantment card, build this way into your hand. For generic green-red, tap, exile Terra, then return it to the battlefield transformed under your owner's control. Activate only as a sorcery. Create a token copy of a target non-legendary enchantment you control. It gains haste. If it's a saga, put up to 3 lore counters on it. Sacrifice it at the beginning of your end step. You guessed it. This breaks the card. It's gonna happen. Don't worry. I'm a professional. It's got no calories if you can't see it. Oh, is there calories in this thing? I didn't add it to my... Whoa, there's 160 calories per one of these. I'm gonna start buying diet. Oh, proudly made with Sous Bee pure honey. It's an American company. I love it. Yeah, I'm trying to stay neutral on calories. I'm not at a deficit anymore. I don't know if you noticed last week I was a little slower on stream. I was on a calorie deficit. Now I'm back up to maintaining because I hit my proper weight. Very happy with that. My doctor's very happy with me. I do have some medical conditions, so I need to take care of it. You know, your boy's at a solid 165, baby. So you know, I'm healthy, which is cool. I love that. You know. My issue is, by the way, my issue is being underweight, not overweight. That's been my fight my whole life. I had terrible anorexia growing up. It was awful. I was a skeleton boy. I was the quintessential skinny nerd. It was rough. You too can fight skinniness by eating McDonald's. So, our first thing I would like to talk about with this list, you get double Wooburg and then return to the battlefield. You guys guessed it. This instantly goes infinite with Spark Double. You may have Spark Double enters the battlefield as a copy of a creature planeswalker control, except with an additional +1/+1 counter on it, and it enters with an additional loyalty counter, and it's not legendary. Or, it enters with an additional loyalty counter on it if it's a planeswalker, and it isn't legendary if that permanent is legendary. This is a better way of putting it. I noticed socks. Ain't no socks on today. How'd you see that? How'd you see my feet? What are you talking about? Did I show my feet? My foot can't get that high. What are you talking about? Their second combo of this list is Teferi Time Raveler plus Displacer Kitten. This will allow you to infinitely draw your deck and or infinitely re-ETB Terra. This goes into our third combo in the deck, which is Perforos, God of the Forge, and let me find it. Oh, am I dumb? Oh, I was like, why are there 99 cards in this list? That makes sense. Not explosive. Come on. Sorry, I accidentally took one of them out when I shouldn't have. Not explosive impact. And then number 5 in the deck, Impact Tremors. So we can infinitely ETB our commander and then kill the table with either Impact Tremors, which is an enchantment, which if we read the commander, we can put into our hand by milling it with Terra, as well as put into our hand Perforos, God of the Forge. So we infinitely mill ourselves, infinitely ETB, and then infinitely kill the table. Okay, number 6. So we're on number 6 now of the 17. This one starts with Food Chain. So Food Chain says exile a creature you control, add X mana of any colors. This allows us to make infinite mana via Squee the Immortal, Mist Hollow Griffin, and Eternal Scourge, because you're going to exile one of these creatures to Food Chain. Food Chain then says it's an exile and you make 1 more mana than it costs. So when Eternal Scourge becomes the target of spell or ability, you exile it as well, but it says you can cast it from exile. Friday's video last week, you weren't wearing any socks, breaking your streak of full body sock streams. I'm going to be, oh yeah. I'm not doing a sock sponsorship. I made my own socks. I have designed my own socks. They are currently being developed and I'm waiting for the samples to come. I will be selling socks because I hate the socks that companies make, so I'm making my own. So, number 8, totaling up to number 8 is our Eternal Scourge lines. Or sorry, 9. That's 9. Number 10, Valley Floodcaller. Yeah, see how big we're going into this? So Valley Floodcaller goes infinite with Banishing Knack and Retraction Helix, because Valley Floodcaller says when you may cast non-creature spells as though they had flash. Whenever you cast the non-creature spell, you untap Valley Floodcaller. That means if you cast Soul Ring or Mox Amber, it untaps Valley Floodcaller, allowing you to use the Retraction Helix clause of tapping it and returning it to hand. So you cast Soul Ring, it untaps the Valley Floodcaller. The Valley Floodcaller then can tap to return to your hand through Banishing Knack or Retraction Helix. So we're at 11 combos, y'all. 11. You ready for the rest? Are we ready? So, our next combo. Culling Ritual allows us to destroy all 9-land permanents that are 2 or less. We have a lot of non-land permanents that are 2 or less that we really like. So, what are we going to do about that? Introducing a little card that you guys may know. Oh, where'd I put it? Sevinne's Reclamation. This allows us to copy Sevinne's Reclamation using its flashback cost. So you mill after destroying, and you're going to go get back any of your 2 CMC artifacts. Artifacts or enchantments. Or permanents such as Lotho. What this allows you to do is you can go get back, you guessed it, you can go get Impact Tremors back from your graveyard if you didn't hit it earlier, or just some mana ramp. It's amazing. Hear me out. Manipulate Fate. Ooh, let's talk about that one, Tyler. I like this. So why run Impact Tremors when you could just swing with infinite Hasty Terras? Because, Queen, we're going to do both. And I was asked to make the most degenerate Terra deck possible. It's supposed to be evil. But, again, Queen, that is already a part of the deck. We do have that. So, let's get into our first Hear Me Out of the day. Oh, we're not putting it in jail yet. Okay, Scryfall, let's do this. Tyler says, hear me out. Manipulate fate. Am I spelling it right? Manipulate fate. Search your library for 3 cards. Remove them from the game. What? Who was gonna tell me this exists? Because in my mind, I was like, hey, we'll run Tainted Pact. You can go and get, Tainted Pact allows you to go through your library, find the food chain, and then if you've already gotten the creature, and then on the way, you get to exile the creature you want exiled for the infinite mana, and you grab food chain. That's pretty good. Oh, yeah, Tyler. I love Ukima Cesar. It is an amazing deck. Love that card. Very good. Very good. Hats off to Tyler for that. And then last but not least in this deck, Summon Primal Odin. We are going to copy this enchantment and immediately put it to chapter number 2 to get the whenever this creature deals combat damage to a player, they lose the game. And so we're going to copy this enchantment and hit everyone with it. That is the last combo. Super, super fun. So let us play test real quick. Nice. Okay. Most people, and like if you were like, if you had a brain, you would think this is a bad hand. I'm going to show you how cracked this hand actually is. You're like, Def Cat, it has a single mana. Why would I ever want this? Watch. Just watch. Turn 1. Bloodstained Mire. We want something with a swamp and a black, so we're going to go get a Bayou. Drop the Llanowar Elves out. Bloom Tendy. So, I thought we would hit something by now, and we didn't. So maybe I am dumb. Normally, I would keep this hand, but that was a very unlucky draw. Let's do a normal turn where you don't go for a cracked Def Cat hand, and you play like a responsible human being for a second. Yeah, I mean, this one's okay, I guess. It's only amazing. Okay. Yeah, this is pretty cracked. Yeah, we can double Terra ETB2. Yeah, this is pretty nasty. Ooh, and the Mist-Hall. Okay, yeah. So we Verdant. We want to go get Tropical Island. Next, Woodsy Footsie goes and gets us a Badlands. And then these two crack, Terra. And then we mill 5. And we put Impact Tremors into our hand. The rest go in the graveyard. Turn 3. We Wild Growth. Actually, we don't yet, I guess. Yeah, we want to Wild Growth pretty bad. But we'll Wild Growth. We'll Wild Growth. Next turn, we can either Enchantress Presence or we can go ahead and Essence Flux. But I think we like the Enchantress Presence first. Ooh, nice. Yeah, you end up getting a lot of options here. But this is such a combo-heavy, like, saturated deck that you have to sit in here and you have to mulligan pretty harsh because of that. New to the channel, not sure if suggesting a card is in a hear me out, but Yenna. Yeah, Queen, if you want, join the channel below. You'll get to be a part of the Kitten Court, and you can suggest cards that go to the hear me out. Yeah. But yes, that is a big part of the deck is all combos. It is literally all about learning to shuffle in this deck. So if you guys are interested in this list, it'll be on the Discord afterwards for Dion. And Dion, you're going to have to learn how to mulligan with this list. I hope you are ready to do some gold fishing, my friend, because that's what it's going to take to play this deck. Trust me. And what you're going to do is when you find cards you don't like in the list, take them out and add more lands. That's what this deck is all about because it is a combo list. So once you find a card that you feel like just doesn't help you with what you're doing, take it out for more lands. Always the right answer. Our next deck, everybody, submitted by Sam. Sarolf Realm Eater. I have been waiting for someone to suggest this deck for a while. I've been very, very excited for this list. I hope you guys are too. This is an extremely fun commander to play. And I'm about to break your brain on this for a second because everyone thinks Sarolf Realm Eater is this like very like one-dimensional board wipey creature. So it's not that we don't want to lean into the strength of Sarolf Realm Eater being a really, really good card. So Sarolf Realm Eater says whenever a permanent an opponent controls is put into a graveyard from the battlefield, put a +1/+1 counter on Sarolf Realm Eater. So you can't wheel people out of it. At the beginning of your upkeep, if Sarolf Realm Eater has one or more +1/+1 counters on it, you may remove all of them. If you do, exile each other non-land permanent, meaning not Sarolf, each other. If you do, exile each non-land permanent with converted mana cost less than or equal to the number of counters removed this way. And what is up, Wacky Pizza Man? We are on Sarolf right now, the Realm Eater, one of my favorite decks. I pulled Sarolf's pre-release promo. Let me get that version up because that's the version I own. So I pulled the pre-release promo of Sarolf on my first Kaldheim pre-release event at my LGS. It was a big deal in Standard for a while. It was very fun. And so I made a commander deck with it when I rotated out. So, I need to explain this deck in a bit of a weird way. This deck is going to destroy and exile its own stuff, and that is okay. That is okay. Because we need Sarolf out turn 2. If you play this deck and you don't get it out by turn 2, you're playing it wrong. So to do that, we brought in Arbor Elf, Birds of Paradise, Boreal Druid, Elvish Mystic, Elves of Deep Shadow, Deathrite Shaman, Finhorn Elves, and Llanowar Elves. We need one of these 8 creatures and or Soul Ring out. So we have 9 cards that can help us get this card out on turn 1. You need them. There are, I think, 3 more cards you could add to help this if you're having trouble with it, if 9 is not enough for you. But I needed to stick to the budget of $400 for this deck, and I stuck very strictly to this budget, so no Lotus Petal. But if you have a Lotus Petal, definitely put this in, Sam. If you do have your Lotus Petal, definitely put it in. So, how does this deck win? Evolution Sage says whenever land enters the battlefield, you get to proliferate. That means you get to make more +1/+1 counters on Sarolf. Then, Fleshbag Marauder says each other opponent sacrifices a creature, each player. And that is how we're going to pump up Sarolf, is we're going to play things that say everyone has to sacrifice. So, we have Fleshbag Marauder, we have Merciless Executioner, we have Plague Crafter, we have Mire and Misery, Toxic Deluge, which will miss our own commander, Fell, Calling Ritual, where is it? And then Soul Shatter, and some other, and then Sheoldred's Edict. And then if you're cheeky, Force of Despair, which is really cool. Yeah, Sarolf's so much fun. So, what we do is we have all these cards that are extremely good at sacking the rest of the table. A Cursed Marauder, I don't think I added that one. I think that was a budgeting issue, though. Let's check out your Hear Me Out, though. A Cursed Marauder. Was that a budgeting issue? No, it wasn't. Ah, yeah. No, it was just missed for the deck. Great, hear me out. Thank you very much. Awesome. In the deck it goes. Now we have another one of these effects. Amazing. And so that's going to grow our commander. Obviously, we want Solroth to grow big. And so we included Vorinclex Monstrous Raider that doubles the amount of +1/+1 counters and any other counters, which we're going to talk about later. And then we also brought in Doubling Season. And then Hydra's Primal Growth. Hardened Scales. So this is how we're going to grow the commander. And then, of course, as a backup plan, we did, in fact, include the Ozolith. And then the Earth Crystal does it very close as well. So we have lots of ways for our commander to become this giant, hulking, crazy creature. And then, Fuzzy, we are doing Hear Me Outs only for people that are as joined on the channel as paid members. So if you want to become a member of the Kitten Court, we can do that. But Fuzzy, obviously we know you, so I'll give you this one. But just let you know, I don't want to take away from the people that have already subbed to the channel. Yeater, yeah, so we actually excluded Eater of All. I'm going to talk about why. So, Ygritte Eater of All says, other creatures are food artifacts in addition, and then whenever a food is put in your graveyard from the battlefield, you put 2 +1/+1 counters on Ygritte. It was originally a backup commander for this list, but what ends up happening, like legit every single time I play this card, it somehow draws more attention than Solroth. Like it immediately becomes an issue, and I don't want to have to protect more than one creature, and so I dedicate the whole list to Solroth. It's a great card. You can absolutely put it into the list. I just prefer only having to care about the commander. And in this niche case scenario, normally we'd love a backup commander. So this deck wins obviously through smacking people with Solroth and exiling everyone else's field so we can slam in. Oh, Fuzzy, yeah. So on the channel, there's a join button, and you become a member of the Kitten Court. It's just like subscribing on Twitch. It's no different. It's just YouTube's version of it, and you get access to all my member-only videos as well on the channel. And so we want to protect this commander, right? So we got Ancient Animus. Ancient Animus is going to allow us to not have to remove the +1/+1 counters on it, and then we get to slam. Otter Pirate coming in, gifting some awesome Kitty Court memberships. We got 8-Bit Outcast, Mike Jones, We Are Venom, Zachary Edwards, and Retro. A bunch of you actually already made are onto the Patreon. Thank you so much, Otter Pirates. 8-Bit Outcast is actually our last deck of the day on top of that. Thank you so much. Amens in chat for Otter Pirate. Very much appreciated. You're like, I just got here, man. Thank you so much, Otter Pirate. That's huge. I appreciate that so much. I love people being able to do the Hear Me Outs. It's awesome. So I love doing this. It's a blast. Having the Hear Me Outs is what makes this entire thing a lot more fun. Thank you so much, Otter Pirate. But we're going to be fighting with Ancient Animus, which is amazing with Solroth because Solroth gets so big. It's awesome. You know, seeing this just makes me happy. I'm just life is good. That is awesome. Thank you again, Otter Pirates. More people to hear me out in the chat. Let's go. We're gonna get to use the gavel today, little. Then we have Blossoming Defense, which will give it +2/+2 and hexproof until end of turn. We have a little bit of a combat trick of Gift of Viper being able to untap and give Death Touch onto Solroth. We have Ranger's Guile, Sheltering Ward, which also gives you life gain, which is amazing. Snakeskin Veil. We also have a way to double the +1/+1 counters in the form of an instant, doubling it, which is awesome. And then we have Veil of Summer, which also draws you a card, which is kind of nice. So we're going to be definitely defending our commander. We're going to be doubling its power with Unnatural Growth, which is disgusting in this deck. And then Sylvan Library for some card draw. And like we talked about earlier, Meat Hurricane Massacre as a way to wipe the board along what our commander is already doing. Yes, 8-Bit Outcast, you were the last one of the day. You got 2 more. Yep. Yes, so you missed Dr. Eggman. It was the first one of the day. You can definitely go back and watch that one. But now let's talk about the secondary win con. Oh, okay, Fuzzy. Gotcha. No worries. Fuzzy, we'll continue to do your Hear Me Outs then until you get that fixed. No issue. So we have Vorinclex Monstrous Raider, which if you guys are not familiar with this, I'm going to go ahead and put it back to English. It says Trample Haste. If 1 or more counters would be put onto a permanent control, put twice that many instead. We also are running Doubling Season, which says the same thing. So we're running Nissa and Garruk as extra win cons in this deck. So Garruk will immediately put 2/2 black and green wolf creatures, and then whenever it dies, you still add a loyalty onto Garruk, and its -6 is that all your creatures get +3/+3 and have trample, and it's an emblem, so it never goes away. And then Nissa says, get an emblem that lands in control of Indestructible. Search your library for any number of forest cards and put them on the battlefield. And so what we want to do is continue to animate our lands, and then they have Indestructible, and you can swing in like crazy. That is our backup plan in this deck. So let's play it a little bit, and I'm going to give you guys a little bit of a tutorial on this deck. Yeah, this is awesome. This is exactly what you want to see in your first hand. This is amazing. All right, so we're going to do Forest into Elves. Next turn, Command Tower, Sarlf. Done. We are already way ahead of our opponents, like insanely ahead. Then we have Forest, tap 3, Plaguecrafter. Each player sacrifices a creature. We sacrifice the Plaguecrafter when it comes down, graveyard, and then everyone is sacrificed, and we're probably going to, maybe only 3 players had something. We had 3 counters on to Sarlf, Realm Eater. And now next turn, Hardened Scales, I think, yeah. Okay, cool. So we didn't do that wrong. So Plaguecrafter, then 3, and we're going to do Hydra's Growth on a Sarlf. It's going to get an extra counter. And then we sadly didn't draw a land, which happens. But the good thing is, we do have Tyvar's Stand still available with this 1 mana, allowing us to give Sarlf Hexproof. Sarlf now swings in for 7 damage. And then we have another Hear Me Out, Vigor. Ah, yes, Vigor was not put in due to budget constraints. But good idea. Sorry to keep jumping in, Tyler. But does this deck care about Kami of Whispered Hopes and Ozolith, the Shattered Spire? Yes, it does. And again, just due to budget constraints. These are all really good Hear Me Outs. Nightpack Ambusher. We have not talked about that card. Let's talk about that card. Oops, wrong one. Whoops, wrong one. There we go. All right. Nightpack Ambusher. You know, I thought about this card. I did think about this card. It gives our commander a +1/+1 at the beginning of your end step if you did cast Spell Destroyer and create a 2/2 wolf token. I think this is worth it in the deck. I agree. We should find room for this card. I'll put this in the considering section of the deck. I do agree with you on that. I think in testing, it will do better than it did in just deck building. I agree with that. So, turn 4, we get to pass with a big creature. We can board wipe if we want to, and we have hexproof. It's turn 4. Someone is going to try to kill our giant commander. Boom, we stop it. Hexproof. Next turn, Forest. We double the amount of counters, and we go to 8 on to Sarlf. Next up is most likely 3 visits. We're going to ramp a little bit here. Go grab a Forest. And then we're going to go and then Fleshbag Marauder. Boom. And then we all sacrifice. Add another 3 counters on a Sarlf. And then next turn, we have protection through Sheltering Ward. It'll also heal us an insane amount of health if we've been hit. Let's say we've been hit like 20 health this game by turn 6. That would make sense. We're going to return to the Wild Speaker here. And we're going to draw, what, 14 cards. Woo! Yeah, this is nasty. And so you can see what the deck does from there, effectively. It's very obvious. But all you have to do is mull for a hand that has a mana dork, and you're good. So it's just Shaman, 3, Sorrow. Almost every game you're going to be able to get this combo. There you go. Yeah, see? Again, new hand. Turn 2 Sorrow into a turn 3 kill spell plus Sylvan Library. Grow Sorrow. Draw 3 next turn. Lose 8. And then we are at the ability to either play an Unnatural Growth, a Garruk, an Evolution, like literally anything in our hand. It's awesome. It is so much fun. Ooh, Mazarek Crawl Death Priest. Ooh, all right, Wacky Pizza Man. Let's see what you got for us. Let's see what you got. Five mana. Whenever a player sacrifices another permanent, put a +1/+1 counter onto each creature you control. I think we have so many effects that are going to already be putting extra counters on our commander that 5 mana is actually a little bit below rate for this. I do like it, but I think this is too expensive. I think the deck is going to do more with 5 mana than this does. But it's still a very good card and very much something that can be put in the deck. It's not about hearing me out at all. I just think it's behind curve for what this deck's already doing. All right, y'all. It's time for our next deck. Is everyone ready? Did we like Sorrow? I feel like this deck was pretty put together. I liked it. I liked it. Next up is a deck for Warzone. Dion, Bahamut, Dominant. And when I tell you how confused I was when I had 2 decks for Dion being made today, and then I had a deck called Dion, that messed up my Excel spreadsheet. It did not like me. Yeah, Fuzzy, there's a lot of protection in the deck. There's a lot. There's a ton of protection. And we always want to leave up mana for it, for certain. So 5 mana is a lot to tap out for in that deck. So, Dion, Bahamut's Dominant. Very excited to show you guys this deck. I actually spent probably the most time trying to make a deck work on this one. The user that submitted this deck, which I'll read their name in just a moment when I get the current commander thing fixed. Okay, so Warzone sent me this deck, and they said that they love mono white, they love heavy, strong combat steps, and they were having issues with board wipes. And they wanted it bigger. Hey, that's your commission. Awesome. Well, welcome. Welcome, Warzone. Happy to have you. A big portion of what makes this deck really difficult to build is that there are so many cards that are really mid for this commander. Like, really mid. Like, we're talking like a 4 or 5 mana creature. It's a 3/3, but it makes you 2 2/2s that are knights. And it's like, yeah, okay, I'll put it in the deck. And then on turn 4, after like a mana rock comes down or whatever, you play your 5 mana knight. You get 2 2/2s, and you're like, wow, for 5 mana, I just got 8 power or 7 power, depending on if you have a banner effect on. And it's, it's pretty good. And then your friends on turn 5 are just absolutely butting the entire table and doing stupid, crazy crap. They're playing Lithoform engines. They're playing Aether Fluster. Like, they're playing game-winning cards. They're not playing a 5 mana 3/3 that makes 2 2/2s. Like, it's just, and so as a result, you look up all the cards that are good for knights, and you're like, oh, I mean, they're good and they're for knights. I should run it. So I made sure to not include anything in this deck that comes down that late that isn't doing a lot for us. And instead, we have a lot of smaller stuff that helps us out. So what I'm going to do is we're going to go by mana value for this one. And we're going to work our way up. So we have, not mana value in general. I meant mana value in the groups. There we go. Okay. So let's start with the Planeswalkers. We have Elspeth. Oh, sorry. Let me tell you what the commander does. Dion. During your turn, Dion and other knights you control have flying. Whenever Dion enters, create a 2/2 knight. And for 6 mana, exile Dion, return it to the battlefield transformed under its opponent or under your control. And it becomes a 5/5 flyer that puts a +1/+1 counter onto each creature you control, and they gain flying until end of turn. At the end, destroy target permanent, exile, and it comes back. It re-ETBs, and you make another 2/2 creature. So, how are we going to capitalize on this? Elspeth. If one or more tokens would be created under your control, make twice as many. So this makes Dion end up getting another token. So you get 2 plus Elspeth themselves makes 2 1/1s. And for 0, you put a +1/+1 counter on every creature you control and you make them bigger. So this deck wants to keep Elspeth alive. We want to leave back blockers for it, and we want to make a giant army. Esper Sentinel. This is card draw. We really like it in this deck. It is also a soldier, which matters in some cases. We have Venerable Knight. Whenever it dies, put a +1/+1 counter on a target knight you control. Very good. It's also something to do on turn 1, and this deck normally doesn't have anything to do on turn 1, so we included it. Then we have Wyram's Crossing. It's got Myriad. It says whenever this creature attacks for each opponent other than the defending player, you may create a token copy that's a copy of this, and they attack in, and they exile at the end of combat. We have things like Elspeth, so that means you make 4. So this is a 1 mana 5/1/1, that attack in. Super good in this deck. And again, this is one of those cards that you wouldn't think about in this list that isn't a knight and just doesn't end up on a list like this. It means you have to really cook to make this kind of deck strong. But this is super good late game, even though it's a 1/1. It's great. Archivist of Ogma. Your friends are going to be fetching. They're going to be searching their libraries. Whenever they do, you're going to be gaining life. You're going to be drawing a card. Super good. Wacky Pizza Man, thank you so much for the donation. I am working so hard on these lists, and I'm so glad you appreciate it. Amens in the chat for Wacky Pizza Man. Thank you so much. That means a lot to me, because if I can explain this for a second, guys, I don't get a paycheck every 2 weeks. And so, and then all my bills come straight out of my YouTube account to pay. And so often I don't see much money, but the tips actually go into my PayPal, and I get to feel a little bit good for a little bit, because then I'm like, I have $10 to go buy beer and pizza tonight or something like that, or take my wife out to dinner. It's so the donations do mean a lot. I really appreciate it. It's nice little spending money I get to have for myself rather than paying bills. And so thank you so much, Wacky Pizza Man. That means a lot. Amen. So drawing cards, gaining life. We love that. It's awesome. It's not a knight, but it's super good in the deck. Next, one of our last non-knights in the entire deck is Deep Gnome Terramancer. It has flash, just like Archivist of Ogma. And whenever one or more lands enter the battlefield without being played, i.e. one of your friends fetches, you get to search for a plains and instantly put it on the battlefield. Woo! Andrew VC, thank you so much. I'm already letting you know where this money is being spent. It's my wife and I's anniversary on the 31st. We're celebrating 5.5 years, which I know is strange. I'll explain it. There's a little bit of story behind that. You just let me take my wife out to a great dinner. I can't tell you how much that means to me. Seriously. I am so excited to treat her. This is going to be awesome. Thank you so much. So my wife and I got married during COVID. And so we got married in a little 10-person backyard thing with just my pastor. And we got married under God. And then we got married by the state due to COVID having to delay it on August 31st. And so now, or on August 30th, sorry. And so now we celebrate both because it's like a 6-month thing. And so Thank you so much. I am so excited to go take her out. I will post pictures of anniversary date night on the Discord. That means the world to me. Thank you so much, Andrew. You're the bomb. Seriously. This is awesome. You guys are the best. I will keep cooking as promised, as I am here to do while what you guys are donating for. Keep cooking with the deck. So, Warzone, you told me in this deck. Oh, thank you guys so much for all the happy birthday or the happy anniversaries. Thank you so much. Oh, Andrew, thank you so much for this, dude. This is the best. Seriously. Oh, your grandparents did the same thing. That's so cool. Yeah, it's all we could do due to the pandemic. You guys are the bomb. Thank you so much. Warzone, you told me for this deck that you had an issue with ramp and speed, and Deep Known Terramancer often, when your friends fetch, is going to get you a land earlier, and you're going to be able to keep it going and get like it's literally ramp. It's awesome. Yes. Oh, thank you guys so much. Yeah, my wife's going to be so excited. I can't wait to tell her. She's going to be so hype. I can take her to her favorite place now. It was a little bit out of my budget that I had, but now I firmly am able to go. This is the bomb. Big amens to Andrew. Thank you, Andrew. Again, I'll post pictures in the Discord, okay, guys? So if you're in the Patreon, you'll have access to that. You'll be able to go see it. Our next 2 mana, because I mana curved this deck really well for you, because I wanted you to have a play on turn 1, on turn 2, on turn 3. I wanted it to curve out really well. These Knight decks really need that. Honored Knight Captain. Whenever this creature enters, create a 1/1 white human creature soldier token. For 4 colorless white, you can sacrifice this, search your library for an equipment, and put it onto the battlefield. We're going to get back to that. This is going to be huge late game if you find it. We like it when our lower mana cost cards have a late game Hail Mary, especially in Commander. It's very helpful. Pure Steel Paladin is a knight, and it allows for equipment to be put on for 0. And whenever equipment enters, you get to draw a card. This is not an equipment heavy deck, but it was already a knight. It's on curve and it draws you cards. I thought it was a pretty good inclusion. Our last 2 mana is Worthy Knight. Whenever you cast the Knight spell, create a 1/1 white human creature token. So whenever you make these tokens and you have the humans, we have a lot of our token doublers, such as Elspeth. So this helps us go wider. Speaking of going wider, Adeline, Resplendent Cathar, the best 3 mana card in this deck, outside of a personal favorite, which we'll talk about here soon. But it's one of my favorite things to hit on curve. Just, by the way, thank you again, Andrew. I'm so excited right now. I'm so happy to be on this stream. This is amazing. I'm so happy right now. Which, I do this thing, Andrew. I don't look at how many people are watching when I'm streaming. Like, I streamed for a very long time, 7 years ago, as a full-time Diablo streamer. And I did it because I was rank 1 on Demon Hunter for a while. And, like, having people consistently in chat is so new to me. This is so cool. So, super happy right now. Thank you, guys. Which, I'm also going to fix the editing so that way we can see your donation at the top. So let me fix the transformation in my OBS scene for you. That way everyone can see your donation at the top on screen at all times. We're going to go with a... There we go. Now everyone can see it. Good, good, good. I would hate for that not to be there. You are the bomb. Thank you. The next awesome one. Oh, yeah, sorry. I need to explain what Adeline does. My bad, guys. So Adeline is powers equal to the number of creatures you control. And whenever you attack for each opponent, create a 1/1 white human creature token, tap. So it helps us go wide. It's amazing. And then you can double this effect when it's low with Delny, which is super awesome. So if you only have these 2 creatures out, it'll trigger twice. But Delny is my favorite card probably right now. Like, honestly, like, so I just ordered the Japanese promo of this for a video coming up. I'm doing a hands-on video for a deck, And Delny is so cracked. It's just one of the coolest card designs Wizards ever made. Creatures you control power 2 or less, which is a lot of our creatures, cannot be blocked by anything power 3 or greater. And if an ability of a creature you control that has power 2 or less triggers, it triggers an additional time. That is so many of our creatures. I mean, double Wyram's Crossing, double Deep Gnome, double Archivist, double Esper Sentinel, double Venerable Knight. It is awesome. Oh, or double Worthy Knight. Shoot, that's really nasty. So Delny is cracked in this list. So good. Boromir, Warden of the Tower. So Boromir allows you to sack him to get all of your creatures indestructible, and it stops our opponents from playing anything that's free. So no one can like cast a bunch of free spells and kill us. It's very frustrating. Benalish Marshal. So you're gonna hear the word Benalish and Benalia a lot in this list, because that's when knights were introduced as a strong archetype back in Dominaria. That's when I was actually grinding standard back in the day, so I had a lot of context for this deck going into this. So it gives all of our creatures +1/+1. This is called an Anthem effect. We're going to be talking more about those in this list. Enduring Innocence. Whenever one or more creatures you control with power 2 or less, again, talking about that as a big part of the archetype for this deck, enters, draw a card. This ability triggers once per turn. When Enduring Innocence dies, if it was a creature, return to the battlefield as a enchantment. Basri Lieutenant. Tyler, ding, ding, ding. You already know it, baby. Basri Lieutenant, one of my favorite cards from Jumpstart. I love this card. I remember playing Jumpstart and killing it with this card. Vigilance, protection from multicolored. Whenever Basri Lieutenant enters, put a +1/+1 counter on target creature you control. Whenever Basri Lieutenant or another creature you control dies, if it had a +1/+1 counter on it, create a 2/2 white token. Happens so much. Fuzzy joining the court. There he is. What's up, man? Welcome to the kitten court. Say hello to your I'm king of the court today, Andrew, while you're joining, while you're at it. Welcome, Fuzzy. Welcome to the kitten court. Glad to have you. Next up is Guardian of Faith. It's a spirit flash knight that allows you to when it enters, it phases out any number of target creatures you control. This will save your board from board wipes. It's amazing. Oh, you just can't join from mobile? Fuzzy, that's so strange. There we go. Look at that king crown on Andrew. Heck yeah. Andrew, I got to figure out how to give you something cool for that. Thank you so much. Hear me out. I know it's a bit expensive, but Knights of Round. Ooh, let's talk about that. Let's talk about it. Knights of Round from Wacky Pizza Man. Knights of Round is 8 mana. And we get to create 3/2/2 Knight creature tokens every time. So, we like big combat steps. And the ending of this saga is pretty insane. And it would go pretty ham. It would go pretty ham with our token doublers already. I think we have room for this, except boom, baby, already in the list. You know it. You know it. Gotcha. Gotcha. Knights of Round, baby. Let's talk about it. It's a 3/3 indestructible that creates 3/2/2 white knights, and you know for a fact Elspeth gonna be doubling those, and it's gonna be nasty. Nasty. Next up, Inspiring Paladin. During your turn, this creature has first strike. During your turn, creatures you control get a +1/+1 counter. Also have first strike. Love this. First strike is nasty in a combat deck and very necessary. Wacky Pizza Man, you didn't get goated, you got goated, baby. Yeah, dude, Apple hates small businesses. Dear God. Do not buy your Patreon subscription using an Apple product. Apple makes you pay 35% more on Patreon. It's insane. Do not use Apple to purchase Patreon products. Always use a digital way. This is why I'm opening up the store for this on a separate website instead of just on Patreon soon. Because I hate that Apple users are getting just absolutely drafted by Apple. It's stupid. Yeah. Next up is Knight Exemplar, which I love the sketch foil. It's so gorgeous. Knight Exemplar says, first strike, other knight creatures you control get +1/+1 and have indestructible. This is a $4.50 card that gives all knights indestructible and +1/+1 and has first strike itself. Like, dude, it's crazy. Like, the knights have good cards. You just have to look, and they are hard to find. They are. Mirror Entity. You need something to do with all your mana late game. Mirror Entity is that. Pay into the X, make all your creatures 8/8s and swing in. That's simple. That's simple. And did you notice it's also technically a knight because it's a shapeshifter? Bing bing. Nadar Selfless Paladin. I need to tell you, when I first saw this car spoiled, I was Y'all trying to make me cry. That's what y'all are trying to do. Well, I guess she's getting dessert at dinner now. Guess my wife's gonna get dessert. All right. I'm just gonna. Oh God. Oh. Yeah, literally the best community in all Magic the Gathering. Fuzzy, Andrew, y'all are definitely gonna get something big from me for this. Reach out to me in the Discord. I would very much like to write you a thank you note. Okay, if I could please send you a card. Seriously, this means the world to me. You guys are the best. Thank you. So please reach out to me on Discord. Please. Big party incoming. Let's go, the kid. Absolutely. This is going to be a crazy anniversary, Pablo. Absolutely. Oh. You guys are the best. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Gosh. Thank you, 8-Bit Outcast. Bro, you know what? When you do what you love, you ain't working. It's hardly work, baby. I love doing this. It's a blast. I put a lot of energy. I'm not saying it's not hard. I work hard to make these work. So I appreciate that you guys care about my skill set this much. It means the world to me, genuinely. This isn't sinking in yet for me. I'm like, yeah. I'm gonna let it. I'm just gonna feel the emotions. I'm just gonna enjoy it. You know, I'm not gonna overthink it. Thank you guys. You guys are the best. Thank you. Yeah, I'd love to know what you guys think I've done for the community. I'd like to know that, because I'm just like, I am doing what I do in private on camera. And then I keep hearing from people that, like, today someone's like, you're such a character. You're so, like, you're a lot in a good way. And I'm like, now I'm realizing that there's a lot about me I didn't know, and everyone's telling me, and I'm like, oh, okay. Yeah, Fuzzy, I straight up, I decided on May 12th, I went, okay, I am going to try to do YouTube full time. My wife and I sat down, we had a really serious conversation, and she begged me, she's like, please please do something for yourself. Like, work for yourself, because I've worked for other people my whole career, in creative careers too. And so, like, all my creativity's always gone to, someone else's project. I've had 4 games get canceled that I did entire soundtracks for. I had my own game company get shut down and sold without my permission. And I lost my job during COVID. And then I lost one of my recent jobs to AI because no one needed music anymore. And so my wife was just like, please, for the love of God, do something where you are the only reason it works or not. Like, bet on yourself. And here we are. And holy crap. Thank you guys. Thank you so much. Heck yeah, Fuzzy. Thank you so much. Thank you to both you and Andrew. You guys are the bomb. Well, let me do what you guys paid me to do. Ooh, wrong button. Let me show you more about this deck. Let me show you more. Oh, yeah, Perseverance, Pablo. Absolutely. And also, I want to let you know, on the topic of Perseverance, yes, I do produce for 4 other channels. Yeah, that is currently what I do. I produce for Maldhound, Nitpicking Nerds. I used to produce for Jake and Joel. They've gone their separate ways. And then I do all the music for Tulane Community College. Yeah. And then I recently just had my editors. Oh, yeah, obviously I'm the co-host of Playing with Power. Sorry, that should be mentioned. Yeah, Queen, it was amazing. And, and so like I said about Perseverance, like, what did I do when all that failed? I cried. I laid on the floor. I didn't do anything for a week, and I didn't get back up, like, on my own strength. Like, I'm not, like, never have heroes. Just, by the way, everyone's had mess ups. I've screwed up in my life. Like, I'm not perfect. I've done dumb things that were completely my fault. But I went to church and I joined a men's group and I worked on myself that way. And it was only through the love of Christ that I was able to get back up at all. That wonderful community in my church and the love of God. So, like, don't look up to me in that way. Know that anyone can have this kind of strength through the love of Christ, and that is what it's all about. It's amazing, and I'm blessed by you guys. This is a generous gift I'm receiving from you, and I'm unbelievably thankful. Thank you. Wacky Pizza Man, I would have to say the highest quality content for Magic yeah, and the spice. Yeah, I love bringing spicy decks. I'm glad you guys enjoy it. But yeah, I did all the music for Shuffle Up and Play and a lot of the channel's music. Yeah, amen, guys. Amen. Yeah, but trust me, don't have heroes. I'm not going to get too dark with this, but the last person I put up on a pedestal in my life that, like, I put here and I like made them like my, not idol in a way, they're currently on trial for murder. Yeah. So, choose your people careful, please. Please do that. Ugh. You gotta be careful. Jacob Bell, not a god man, but if that's what you need to help you and bring yourself into a better mindset, that's awesome. Thank you, Jacob. Alex B, wow, hopped in. It got a bit too real. Yo, people just hopping in. Y'all are in for a wild ride. This stream's been crazy. Yeah, exactly. Never meet your heroes, Pablo. Absolutely. Well, if you're just coming in, give a big amen to Andrew and to Fuzzy for donating big hundos to me being able to take my wife out to an awesome anniversary dinner. Thank you guys so much for that. But yeah, Jacob, I truly believe that no man can be perfect. I think it's all in the love of Christ. That's where I stand. But you know where Nadir Selfless Paladin stands, y'all? It says other creatures you control get +1/+1 as long as you complete a dungeon. And you get to enter a dungeon when it ETBs, baby. Boom. But honestly, I put this into the list because it's my favorite knight art in the game. This was not a mechanical choice. This was I just love the art, and I love Dungeons and Dragons an obsessive amount, and I'm friends with the artist. Phil Stone is a great guy. Him and his wife are amazing. They're a power couple. Super, 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 super into this. And of course, a selfless paladin, a man of faith, as we were just talking about. Yeah, Fuzzy. I could probably run an entire season of a True Crime podcast just on my life. I have been in court so many times on the behalf of other people. I've never done anything illegal, but so Silverblade Paladin, the 2014 Commander Collection, which by the way brought us Grand Abolisher, which is really cool. So, Soul Bond, as long as Silverblade Paladin is paired with another creature, both have double strike. We are going to need first strike in this deck to keep swinging in, and double strike, as a caveat, does give you first strike. Very good. Silver Sky Hunter. Sky Hunter Strike Force. I think this came out in the Brothers War expansion. Flying in melee. So melee says whenever you attack, you get +1/+1. And says as long as you control your commander, other creatures you control have melee. Super, super good. And it's already flying, which is awesome. For all the Azorius decks you've done, I'm sure there must be a lot of court visits. Yeah, Memo. Yeah, you got me there. Yeah, melee, crazy underrated. Totally agree, Alex. Welcoming Vampire. Y'all, this thing's nasty. Whenever one or more creatures with power 2 or less enter the battlefield under your control, draw a card. It only happens once a turn, but if we have things like Worms Crossing out, you get something enters the battlefield every single turn. So, like, turn 1, Worms Crossing. Turn 2, Archivist of Ogma. Draw a card. Welcoming Vampire. Draw a card. Like, it's so good. It was the face of a dual deck, which was really cool. I bought the dual deck just to get the card. Werefox Bodyguard. This is flash, instant speed removal that gives us a knight. We love that. And then you can sacrifice it to gain life in a pinch. I don't know why you do that, but it's never come up for me. I doubt it ever will, but it's possible. Might as well. Basri Lieutenant, like we talked about earlier, is going to be giving us protection for multicolored on him and vigilance, and it's going to be cranking up extra +1/+1 encounters and a 2/2 white knight with vigilance whenever Basri Lieutenant or another creature we control dies. Battle Angel of Tyr. Tyr, sorry. It's an angel knight with flying in Myriad. Myriad means that when you attack, you create a clone of it for each opponent. So you get to, for 4 mana, have 3 4/4 flying. Where can I find this deck? Jacob Bell, if you join the Patreon, this is going to be in the deck lists of the Patreon as long as the person who asked for this deck wants to share it. It is theirs privately and unlisted until they share it, but almost everyone in the Discord shares the decks that they get made. I think I've only had 2 people not want to share the decks. I made them because it was for competition. That's about it. And then when it deals combat damage to a player, draw a card if that player has more cards in hand than each other player. So almost literally every time, as long as you don't have the most cards in hand, you get to draw. And if then you create a treasure token if that player controls more lands than the other players, and then you gain 3 life if they have more life. You will trigger all 3 of these almost every single time. So this says swing in, draw a card, make a treasure, gain 3 life. It's nasty. Next up in this list is Chocobo Knights, which is new. Whenever you attack, creatures you control with counters on them gain double strike until end of turn, baby. Nasty. And it's a knight. And it's a human. It's kind of great. Hero of Bladehold. 2 generic white human knight. Battle Cry. Whenever this creature attacks, each other attacking creature gets +1/+0 until end of turn. Whenever Hero of Bladehold attacks, create 2 1/1 white soldier tokens tapped and attacking. And it doesn't say until end of turn. Are you reading this card? It makes 2 soldiers every turn. Better basically 2 ones because of the Battle Cry. This card is disgusting. Like, this is one, It's $2. It's a $2 mythic. It's so good. Kinsbale Cavalier. Night creatures you control have double strike. Big double strike, baby. Boom. Mangara Diplomat. Lifelink. Whenever an opponent attacks with creatures, if 2 or more of those creatures are attacking you and or planeswalker control, draw a card, and whenever an opponent casts their second spell, draw a card. We need card draw on this list. This helps a lot. And wouldn't you believe it, Roaming Throne is going to trigger it twice. Super fun. Evangel of Heliod. Do we already have that? Am I? Oh. Ooh. We have a good hear me out. It's not in the list. Let's talk about this, Tyler. Evangel of Heliod. 4 colorless, white. When Evangel of Heliod enters the battlefield, create a number of 1/1 white soldier tokens equal to your devotion to white. Ooh. Wow. That's tempting. Let's think about this card. And then when we do the playtest on this deck, let's see what our devotion is by turn 6. Because I would want this to at least create 10. If it doesn't make 10 1/1s, I think it's below curve for us on what our other cards already do. So let's remember this during playtest, guys. I like it. I like it a lot. Next is Valiant Knight. Other knights you get +1/+1, and then for 5 mana, they all gain double strike. This is something to do late game, and it's just helpful. And double strike's just so dang valuable in this list. I couldn't not. Exalted Sunborn is amazing in this deck. It's a token doubler, and it creates this twice. Because what we can do is we can warp it in early if we want, during our when we play our commander, and then we can play it from exile later, which is insanely good. It does make it does make soldiers knock off Tomcat, but that's good enough, and we'll explain why later. And it's nasty with blinks. Exactly, Fuzzy. Knight Errant of Eos. I love this card. It was amazing in Standard. It has Convoke, and whenever it enters, look at the top 6 cards. You may reveal up to 2 creatures, mana value X or less from them, where X is the number of creatures used to convoke this. This is an awesome draw spell. It's also a 4/4 Knight. Very good. Ojurtak, Deepest Foundation. A token tripler. Oh, yeah. I keep forgetting that Mangara got the new art. We have to show it off. It's so gorgeous. So sick. Next, Silverwing Squadron. Silverwing Squadron's power and toughness are equal to the number of creatures you control. Whenever Silverwing attacks, create a number of 2/2 white knight creature tokens with vigilance equal to the number of opponents you have. 3 2/2s with vigilance. Not tapped and attacking, untapped. Yeah, baby. Just disgusting. And then our big bomb. This is our game ender. Moonshaker Cavalry, also known as the White Crater Hoof. Whenever Moonshaker Cavalry enters battlefield, each creature you control gains flying and +X/+X till end of turn, where X is the number of creatures you control. It is nasty. And then Summon Knight of Round, like we talked about earlier, is our big Hail Mary. So, how do we survive a late game swing out? The first thing we do, Mass Calcify. Destroy all non-white creatures. That's how we swing in. Secret Rendezvous, some extra card draw. This deck does need that. Hear me out. Revenant Hoplite. Okay. Let's talk about that card. Reverent Hoplite. Reverent Hoplite says, whenever Reverent Hoplite enters the battlefield, create a number of 1/1 white human soldier tokens equal to the devotion to white. There we go, Tyler. There's the second one. Let's think about this card on turn 5. Let's see how much this makes on turn 5. We'll get back on that card. Very good. I'm glad you found the second one. We have Cloud Shift because we really want to re-ETB in this deck, so we are running Cloud Shift. Where is... I don't know why Ephemerate's not on here. Is Ephemerate a sorcery? No, it's not. Okay, good. Yeah. We have Cloud Shift and Ephemerate, so we can re-trigger a lot of these things. Super good. Rebuff the Wicked, counter target spell if it's looking at one of our permanents. Flawless Maneuver. We're gonna get a free give everything indestructible. Reprieve. Someone tries the board wipe, you just go, try again next turn, and then you draw a card. And then they shall know no fear. Choose a creature. Creature you control of the chosen type gets +1/+0 and gain indestructible end of turn. And also, this is a reference to Doom, if you didn't know that. It's a reference to one of the Doom soundtrack songs, and I love this card. Teferi's Protection. We'll switch this over to a normal version of it. Where is it? There we go. Until your next turn, your life total can't change, and you gain protection from everything and all your opponents. And then all your permanents you control phase out, and then you exile this card. The ultimate bye. Just you know what this is? You know what this is, guys? It's I'm back. What was that? Board wipe? Yeah. That was more fun than I think it was for me than it is for you, but that was hilarious for me. Oh, so good. Yeah, exactly. Bong. Or hold on, I can do it. Hold on. Bong. Whoop. That's really fun. I'm going to keep doing that in the future. That was funny. I like that. Next, I found this through a deep Facebook thread. That is how far I went into making this deck. Lae'zel's Acrobatics. Exile all non-token creatures you control, then roll a d20. Return those cards to the battlefield under their owner's control at the beginning of the next end step. So this is a way to also dodge board wipe. But 10 to 20, return those cards to the battlefield under their owner's control, then exile them again. So we're going to get double ETBs with this on top of it. So it's useful way outside just being saving us a board wipe. It's amazing. It's a great card, and it's only $2.50 foil. How? It's so good. Do I ever put Universes Beyond cards into decks? Absolutely, Memo. We always do. If it's legal, we're using it. I didn't like how that statement came out. If it's a legal Magic card, we'll use it. We're gonna wind that one back. We're running 11 artifacts. So, Pearl Medallion. We love our cost reducers. And of course, the Wind Crystal. Very important. Lotus Petal, Soul Ring, obviously. But here's the thing. As you can notice, guys, no 2-mana artifacts. There are so many good things to do at 2 CMC in this deck. We don't want it. I would rather be casting 1000% any of these creatures. Archivist of Ogma, Deep Gnome Terramancer, Honored Knight, Pure Steel Paladin, Worthy Knight, Esper Sentinel, Venerable Knight, Worm's Crossing. We would rather one of those. 1 billion%. 1 billion%. And then we have Pearl Medallion, Soul Ring, and Lotus Petal under that. So we have 15 cards under 2 CMC. 16 is normally what I go for, so I added a couple into the enchantments here. We have Authority of the Consuls, Land Tax, and Chivalric Alliance. These are all going to help us get ahead of our opponents. That's what you want to see out of a card that's 1 to 2 mana. Next, Buster Sword. This is some card draw. Whenever equipped creature deals combat damage to a player, draw a card. You may then cast a spell from your hand with mana value less or equal to the damage without paying its mana cost. It's card draw, and it's helping us cast things. So good. All right, Memo. If you want, I'll give you this one. If you join the council, the kitten court, as it were, you can give us a hear me out. But you've been supporting the stream, you've been watching. If you have a good hear me out, please say it. Herald's Horn. As a Herald's Horn enters the battlefield, choose a creature type. Creature spells you cast of the chosen type cost 1 less to cast. We love our cost reducers. They are amazing. But even better, at the beginning of your upkeep, look at the top card of your library. If it's a creature card, you can put it into your hand. And of course, we do have a Final Fantasy version of it as a box topper. Super good. Steel Maverick. Okay, let's look at this. Paladin Dance Steel Maverick. Vigilance Lifelink. Exile Paladin. Each creature you control gains indestructible. Absolutely. This is a very good card. I do think we have enough of these, but I think this one's better than some of the ones we already have. So we will look into that. Very good suggestion. Thank you, Memo. Thank you. Using up one of our few slots here for Game Changers is the One Ring. Gives us protection. Very good. And draws us a lot of stuff. We love that. Coat of Arms is one of our game finishers. It gives all of our knights +1/+1 for each other creature on the battlefield that shares a creature type with it. Super big game ender. Eldrazi Monument, same thing. They all get indestructible and +1/+1. They already have flying because of our commander, though, so that's a bit redundant. Vanquisher Banner, it's another anthem. And we draw a card every time we cast the knight. And then Chroma's Memorial, baby. Creatures have flying, first strike, vigilance, trample, haste, and protection from black and red. You know we swinging in hard with this. Last card I would like to talk about is Starlight Spectacular. At the beginning of combat on your turn, choose creatures you control one at a time until each creature you control has been chosen. Each of those creatures gets +1/+1 until end of turn. 50-cent foil. This card just read every combat for 4 mana, every combat for only 4 mana, whatever. If you have 5 creatures, that means you get +1, +2 for 3, then you get +3 for 6, and then you get +4 for 10, and then you get +5 for 15. 15 extra power. Disgusting. Disgusting. So good. So, let's get into our playtest. Oh boy, what, dude. Dude, the curve. The curve. This is so good. So Plains, Esper Sentinel, we'll say we draw 1 card off Esper Sentinel. Boom. Next turn. Plains, Worm Crossing. Next turn, let's say we draw 1 more card off Esper Sentinel. Let's say it's the last one we draw because people have enough mana to pay now. Now, this is really fun here. We're going to be able to Convoke, Knight, and then we can look at the top 6. Oh, we didn't hit a creature. That sucks. And we'll put these... Oh, we just shuffled the library now. Okay. Now we just shuffle. Not bad. But we got the Knight out, which is pretty cool. Clever Concealment. Ooh, no, we don't need that. I agree. I think that's already a lot. Yep. And next turn. Oh, heck yeah, dude. Heck yeah. Okay. I know what we're doing next turn. That's awesome. But this is our commander, which fills up the 4th slot on this curve. Boom. Make the Knight. Next turn. Oh, heck yeah. Starlight Spectacular, baby. And at the beginning of combat, we're going to choose, and we're going to be huge damage on this. Huge damage. Yep. Super good. Super good. Let's try another hand here. Make sure that wasn't a fluke, you know? So we have a good curve here. It's not bad, but Pure Steel Paladin doesn't get us anything here. But we do have extra... Yeah, we have extra card draw. I think we can find a better hand. Let's go to second 7. Oof. All right, 6. Yeah, that's pretty good. That's pretty good. Herald's Horn on 3. Yeah, we keep this hand. We'll bottom a card. Draw for turn. Ooh, that's a pretty good turn 1 play, baby. Boom. Herald's Horn. And then at the beginning of our upkeep, we're gonna look at the top card of our library. It's a Plains. Cool, we just put it in our hand. Plains. That's 1 mana. That is only 2 mana, right? We have 1 floating. Use that. Convoke. Knight Errant. Convoke 2. Or 3, sorry. We get to get that into our hand. And then shuffle these away. Nice. Next turn. Ooh, we have the Delny. Oh, and we also make we made 2 humans. Delny gets to go in our hand. It was human, which is our chosen creature type. Then we get to draw. Ooh, Pearl Medallion. Dion now only costs 2 mana. Tap 2. Dion. Make a human. Make a knight. Very good. Wow. Oh, and actually, for 1 mana, we cast Delny before that, so we double trigger, so we get 2 of the humans. Dear God, this is turn 4. Woo! That's a good turn 4. Holy crap. Wow. Okay, this deck's a little stronger than I was expecting. If we find Starlight Spectacular, if we find any other card, this is cracked. Turn 5. Oh my God, Anointed Procession. Jeez Louise. That's only 2 mana. And then Nadir. And so we get 4 humans for doing that. Dear God. Wow. And then, yeah, that's amazing. Yeah. Memo, definitely get yourself a deck slot. You can go, as long as you're not on Apple and you're on computer, go to Patreon and get it for cheaper there. And you get 1 a month if you join our Duke tier on Patreon. So every month you get to be excited to get a deck made for you. Big hypees. Big hypees. But just don't do it on an Apple thing because it'll charge you more because Apple. Y'all, we got 30 minutes left in the stream. That means we got our last deck, 8-bit. Are you ready? 8-bit Outcast. Are you ready for your deck? I am so excited for this. I finished. Your deck got finished this morning over breakfast. Heck yeah, Memo. I'm so glad. Enjoy. Yeah. I can't wait to see you in the Discord too. All right, y'all. Last commander of the day. Oh, dude, you have no idea how excited I am for this deck. I actually forgot how much I cooked. Oh, dude. Okay. You asked for a bracket 4 Lands Matter deck from the new Precon Commanders. I cooked so hard. This deck's going to need some explaining too. So buckle up, Buttercup. And guys, before we move on to the next deck, I would like, again, for everyone to get some big amens for Fuzzy and Andrew for donating today and letting me do a big anniversary dinner for my wife. And hopefully probably enough for a present too. So thank you guys so much for doing that. You guys are the best. Big amens. Let me update the commander we are currently brewing. All right, y'all. Sazarel Genesis Shepherd. Oh my goodness, 8-Big Outcast. Thank you so much. Oh, dude. Sweet. More to anniversary pal, baby. She's going to be so excited. I can't wait. Oh my gosh. You guys are the bomb. Oh, you know what? That's an appetizer right there, 8-Bit. She's going to get to order an appetizer now. She loves mussels. That's like one of her favorite appetizers. And we're going to a place that has it. Oh, I'm so excited. You guys are the best. Oh, this is the best. Today's the best. It's Tuesday. It's only Tuesday, y'all. It's only Tuesday and the week's this good. Oh, I love y'all. Well, it's not just good for me, 8-Bit. because you're about to receive this deck, baby. You're about to get this deck. Are you ready for the most disgusting lands matter deck in red, green, black? Are you ready for the Jund masterpiece, baby? First off, let's read our commander. It says you may play lands from your graveyard. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Lands from the graveyard. I just got cat hair in my nose. I need to blow my nose so bad. Give me 2 seconds. Oh my God. Oh my God. Woo. Oh, I'm alive. There was some cat hair in my mustache and it went whoop. I was like, it was terrible. Memo, I'm the first patron for you? That's awesome. Thank you so much. Heck yeah. I do think I could be more hype as I pace with my phone. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, baby. Don't think you can be more hype? Let's go. Okay, so you may play lands from your graveyard. Whenever you sacrifice another non-token permanent during your turn, put a number of +1/+1 counters equal to its power on up to one other target creature. You know we're going to be sacrificing in this deck. So, Renin 6. Return up to one target land from your graveyard to your hand, right? Why would you want that? Makes no sense. Our commander already does this. I am a stern believer in having redundancy. I think this comes out on turn 2, and your deck is already looking to do graveyard shenanigans before turn 4 when Caesarol comes down. And so I wanted to make sure we could continually do that right out of the gate so you're not bored. So I added Renin 6. Renin 6 also then has an ultimate, which hopefully you'll get to use late game. Instant and sorcery cards in your graveyard get retraced, meaning you get to discard a land in order to replay them. And then you can play the land from your graveyard with your commander. So good redundancy. But let's do our mana value sort so we can start from the least important cards to the most important cards, although some of the low mana value ends up being pretty dang important. So, Walking Ballista. 1. Our commander will put +1/+1 counters on it, but it's also an infinite combo piece in this deck, and it's a part of 3 different infinite combos. Yeah. First off, Birds of Paradise. We want to get this commander out quick, so I added 5 mana dorks. We have Birds of Paradise, Deathrite Shaman, Elvish Mystic, Llanowar Elves, and then Sakura Tribe Scout, because we are going to be playing a ton of lands in this deck, so I wanted to have an extra land drop. Carrion Feeder, which is a combo piece in this deck, and is going to be a part of a big, cool, like, bomb that we play later on, but also allows you to sacrifice things and then put an insane amount of +1/+1 counters on it. Super cool card. Next up, Stitcher Supplier. We want things in our graveyard. We're also probably going to sacrifice Stitcher Supplier. So what this says is, on turn 2, you play Stitcher Supplier, you play Viscera Seer, you get to scry, and you get to mill 7. Pretty dang good. Aftermath Analyst. Whenever this creature enters mill 3, and this is also a part of a combo in this list. So you're going to be able to pay for, sacrifice it, and then you're going to be able to return all the land cards from your graveyard to the battlefield. Super, super good. And then let me make sure. Okay, yeah, that's in the deck already. Good. Next, Devoted Druid. Again, a combo piece. I know this is, it sounds, Fauna Shaman, a combo piece. I know. We're going to get to it. And then Glowspore Shaman, also a part of a combo piece. I know, we're going to get to it. Don't worry. But when Glowspore Shaman enters the battlefield, put the top 3 cards of your library into your graveyard. You may put a land card from your graveyard on top of your library. This doesn't sound interesting, but trust me, we gon' cook with it. And again, like I said, it does add redundancy before our commander comes down, and we like that. Next, Fauna Shaman. Green and tap. Discard a creature card. Search your library for a creature card, reveal it, and put it into your hand, and then shuffle. This is going to go get us a combo piece. Wait for it. It's going to put the combo piece into the graveyard where we want it to. Yeah. We don't care what we're tutoring most of the time. We're gonna want to tutor creatures. We're not dumb, but you know, y'all. We want things in our graveyard. This deck has extra land drops in it. So Lotus Cobra, because Lotus Cobra, it's insanely good ramp in this deck. It's insane. Satyr Wayfinder. When it enters the battlefield, reveal the top 4 cards of your library. You may put a land card from among them into your hand. Put the rest in your graveyard. Ding, 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 ding. We're going to play stuff from our graveyard. Walking Atlas. Another extra land. Azusa. 2 extra lands. Again, Azusa, Lost but Seeking says 2 extra lands. You have no idea how many people only think it plays 1 extra lands. I did when I first played this card years ago. I was such a dummy. Next, Horser of Krufix. This card is so much better than people give credit. Play with your top card revealed. You may play the top card of your library if it's a land. And whenever a land enters the battlefield, gain a life. This is going to save your butt. That life gain is no joke. Being able to play lands off the top is no joke. It's like this is 10 times better than a card that says you get to draw a card every turn. Like if this card said draw a card every turn, people would think it's better. It's better that it says play lands off the top. Trust me. Dryad of the Elysian Grove. An additional land drop and all your lands are now every basic. Opposition Agent. Yo friends sound degenerate if you can play this kind of deck against them. So I wanted to make sure you were keeping their butts in check. Springbloom Druid. 2 colors and a green. When Springbloom Druid enters the battlefield, you may sacrifice a land. If you do, search your library for up to 2 basic land cards, put them on the battlefield tab, and shuffle. That's not supposed to be in this list. I removed that one already. My bad. Moving on. Wayward Swordtooth. Ascend. If you control 10 or more permanents, you get the City's Blessing for the rest of the game. When you have City's Blessing, it can attack and block. But until then, what this card says is for 3 mana, you may play an additional land per turn. Big good. We love that. Now, okay, let's hold on. Hide that. Whoa. We're not to that part of the deck yet. Okay. This is where here on the Def Cat channel, we would like to call this a little bit of a Geneva suggestion, as we've talked about previously. We're about to do some things that may or may not land you in Commander Jail. I am not responsible for this, as it was your request, and I am merely just facilitating its completion. Do not bill me for any injuries and or lawsuits that are about to happen, because it's about to get a little bit war crimey up in here. So, Body Snatcher. We're going to jail. We're about to go to jail. But we're going to break out. We're going to do this. Body Snatcher. Whenever Body Snatcher enters the battlefield, exile it unless you discard a creature card. When Body Snatcher dies, exile it and return target creature card from your graveyard to the battlefield. Here we go. Yeah, I don't know if my LGS offers insurance. I love that. Combo piece number 1. Body Snatcher will be used in a 3-part combo we're going to talk about later. Hazel's Brewmaster. Okay. At this point, I have to start explaining combos. I've told you too many times they're a part of a combo piece. Let's start with Hazel's Brewmaster. Whenever Hazel's Brewmaster enters or attacks, exile up to 1 target card from a graveyard and create a food token. Food tokens you control have all activated abilities of the creature card exiled with Hazel's Brewmaster. This is a part of a 1-card win con. Fauna Shaman. With Fauna Shaman on the battlefield, you will discard Fauna Shaman, or you will discard Devoted Druid to Fauna Shaman, meaning you will pay the green, discard Devoted Druid, and you will go and get Hazel's Brewmaster. When you cast Hazel's Brewmaster, it will exile Devoted Druid from your graveyard. It will come back as a food token. I don't know how familiar you are all with a food token, but you can't kill a food token. It's a token, meaning Devoted Druid's activated ability on a food token goes infinite. You can infinitely put -1/-1 counters onto the Devoted Druid to infinitely untap it and make infinite mana, baby. And guess what? We're not done there. What would I do with infinite mana? Why would that be good? Well, if instead of using Fauna Shaman, you use Survival of the Fittest, you can continue tutoring for creatures you want, and you can get any of the combo lines we're about to talk about. First off, Oracle Moldiah. You get to play with the top card of your library revealed, and you can play lands in the top. Like we talked about, very powerful, and you get to play an additional land due to it. Very amazing card. Also, gorgeous art. God. And it's only $5. This card was like $40 when it first came out. It was insane. Savra, Queen of the Golgari, baby. Whenever you sacrifice a black creature, you may pay 2 life. If you do, each other player sacrifices a creature. Whenever you sacrifice a green creature, you may gain 2 life. This is, again, just like in our last deck, I put this card in the deck because it's gorgeous. It's okay in the deck. It's not perfect, but every deck needs a pet card. This is your pet card. I just think it's gorgeous. Feel free to take it out. But you know what's very much nasty looking? Gitrog Monster, baby. Death Touch 6/6. If you guys are not familiar with this card, you're about to hear a freaking seminar. At the beginning of your upkeep, sacrifice a land, unless you sacrifice Gitrog. You may play an additional land on each one of your turns, and whenever one or more lands are put in your graveyard from anywhere, draw a card. The cat wants in the lap. Come here. Come here, baby. Kitten time, everybody. Mwah! All right, into the lap you go. And then, as requested, by the way. Oh, it's sideways. What is going on? What is this? Hold on, let me, all right, we're going to rotate 90 degrees. All right, there you go. Kitty cam. We got the kitty cam going, baby. All right, kitty cam is online, as promised. Oh, I didn't mean to move that. The cat's moving the mouse. Oh, he's looking at the camera. Oh, yeah, there's a filter on that camera. There does not need to be a filter. Whoops, there you go. Good kitty. Good kitty. Yeah, it's a good kitty. You liking it? You liking your stardom? Why is he staring at the camera? What is going on? Does he know it's there? Bro, what is this? Anyway, back on the deck here. So, Gitrog Monster has a loop that is extremely hard to do. I did not include this in the deck, 8-Bit Outcast. It's very crazy, very hard to learn, very annoying to learn, and your friends will not believe you it works the way it does. I will be including how to do it in your primer for you if you would like to do it. So don't worry, like you'll still be able to do the combo. Just trust me, it's such a headache and it's so insane. You have to do this in end step and repeatedly re-trigger end step using the cleanup stage. It uses some really weird obscure magic rules. It's unfun for most tables, so I didn't include it, but I will include it in your list for you. Do not worry. Underrealm Lich. If you would draw a card, instead look at the top 2 cards of your library. Put one into your hand and the rest in your graveyard. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. So much card draw on this list. Lumra, Bellow of the Woods, baby. Oh. Kitty going lower. All right, you sleeping, buddy? You sleeping? All right. I think the kitty's going to sleep. Well, my arm's gonna block it if I try. So kitty's going to sleep. We'll fix the cat cam to see him better next time, so my arm doesn't block it. My bad. So Lumra, Bellow of the Woods. The classic, I discard 7 cards. Wait, I discard to 7. Wait, yep, exactly, memo. Animals can see the infrared lights. Oh. Huh, that's cool. Yeah, he's like Sniffing around on the ground. He's going to sleep. Yeah. The cocaine bear itself. Vigilance reach. Whenever lumber bellow of the wood's power and toughness are equal to the number of lands. Whenever enters, mill 4 cards and return all land cards to the battlefield. So, let's go through this loop. So, oh, what the heck is... All right, the kitty is active again. Oh, hey! All right, kitty. What? What is it? There's a moth. There's a moth in the room. Yeah, he's hunting a moth. This is so cute. So, this is how Loomer works. So there's a couple ways to do this. So my favorite to do is using Springheart Nantuko, which we're going to show you here in a moment. So let's go back up. Where is it? Am I dumb? There it is. Oh, so landfall. Whenever a land enters the battlefield under your control, you may pay 2. If Springheart Nantuko is attached to a creature you control, if you do, create a token that is a copy of that creature. If you do, you create an insect token. It's a 1/1. So there's ways to like get really cool things out of it and keep doing that. But then if you have Zon Orb out, which is really good in this deck, or sorry, Zuron Orb, sorry. Let me pull that one up here. You can sack a land, right? And then, because you have Lotus Cobra out, all those lands come in, they make you enough mana to then recast it and continue with Springheart Nantuko through Lumra. Don't worry, there's a lot of other Cocaine Bear combos. It'll be included in your primer. We'll skip these two because they're a part of a combo. Protean Hulk. Whenever Protean Hulk dies, search your library for any number of creature cards with converted total mana cost 6 or less. This is what we gonna be doing, y'all. We're gonna be going and getting Body Snatcher, which will return Protean Hulk to the battlefield. And then we'll get either Viscera or Carrion Feeder. Then we will sack the Protean Hulk again, allowing us to get Mikaeus the Unhallowed. It says, whenever a non-human creature control dies, you get +1/+1, and they have Undying. This allows you to infinitely put out Walking Ballista. It'll die, and you can instantly, you can infinitely remove the +1/+1 counter from the Walking Ballista, shooting someone in the face, and then it gets reanimated by Mikaeus the Unhallowed, making you go infinite, which also, like we talked about earlier, the infinite mana with Devoted Druid. With the 1-card win-con combo, you can also use into an infinite Walking Ballista, like we were talking about earlier. And then Razaketh is something that when we mill our cards into our graveyard, we want to reanimate. And then you pay 2 life and you sacrifice, even if the only creature you have out is a Mana Dork or your commander, sacrifice it and go get Life and Death. What you do is you cast Life and Death, and it says until end of turn, all your lands are now 1/1 creatures, meaning you can continue to sacrifice your lands to do the Razaketh thing and tutor things. You then go find any of the infinite combos in the deck we've already talked about, and this is a 1-card win con. It's called the Razakats win con. It's an old school CDH win con. After that, generically, I'm not gonna. Everything else really isn't that spicy. Green Sun Zenith, Reanimate, Demonic Tutor, Finale Devastation, Light from Loam, Mulch. These are all cards that work really, really well in this deck. We have good tutors. We have good removal, like Abrupt Decay, Assassin's Trophy, Grisly Salvage. The only thing else that you need to know about this deck is Altar of Dementia, Ashnod's Altar, and Phyrexian Altar. These are infinite sack outlets to where if instead of doing the Protean Hulk combo, you get Mikaeus the Unhallowed. Then, if you have Mikaeus the Unhallowed, and you have any of your other creatures that you want to infinitely sack, you can do that by using Whoops. Phyrexian Altar. So, what is really cool about this is Mikaeus allows you to use Devoted Druid, because Devoted Druid gets the +1/+1 counters, but you can remove them by putting -1/-1 counters on it. And then you can infinitely sack itself with the Mikaeus trigger. And you can continue to use all these to make infinite mana or infinitely mill your opponents. So, let me play test this for you real quick. Oh my god, what an opening hand. Christ. Wow. Okay. Draw for turn. Thespian Stage. Mana Vault. Next turn, Blood Crypt. Oh, we didn't have green. Okay, okay. I was about to say, this hand's insane. We didn't have green. That makes sense. That'd have been cracked. This hand's okay. It doesn't have enough lands for me if I'm going to be running an exploration hand, so let's mull. Yeah, this is much better. Much better. Okay. Oh, wrong scene. Thank you. Sorry, guys. Sorry about that. There we go. My bad. Thank you. I pulled the full art of this card. Nice. 8-bit Outcast. That's awesome. So it's going to be a draw for turn. And then we're going to play Taiga. And then Worldly Tutor. And we are going to go grab our Walking Ballista. Next turn. Mountain. Here goes the hand. And then we play our Walking Atlas. Next turn is Undergrowth Stadium. We did not get another land, which sucks because we were hoping to get up to 5 for Mikaeus. And so at this point, we actually just want to hold up. We'll play Lotus Petal. We're going to hold up Assassin's Trophy and Abrupt Decay. And then wait to see if our opponents try to do anything fishy. And then we'll bang them with the Assassin's Trophy, or we'll say the Abrupt Decay. So we stopped our opponent from doing something. Nice. Vampire Tutor. Okay, so we can win next turn now very easily, because we needed one more black mana. So we're gonna Vamp Tutor. After, let's say, we played out the Wayward Sawtooth. There we go. Let's see here. There we go. Culling Ritual. Perfect. Next turn, we're going to use everything to Culling Ritual. We'll make, let's say on average, everyone has around like 1 to 2 things under that CMC. So we'll make 6 black mana with Culling Ritual. We'll play the Mikaeus. We'll play the Walking Ballista. Walking Ballista dies due to being a 0/0. It'll come back with a +1/+1 counter. We'll remove it. It'll die. It'll come back. Infinitely win the game. Let's try another hand out. This is a cool hand. I like this a lot. Yeah, this is solid. Urborg, infinite access to black mana now. Next turn, Windswept Heath. We'll go get a Bayou. I guess a Taiga, actually, because we already have access to black. Sylvan Library. And then next turn, draw the extra 2. Ooh. Oh, this is sick. Okay. This is awesome. Oh, bro, this is sick. Oh, my God. This is so cool. Okay. Y'all, you're going to love this. Whoops, we forgot to draw the extra card. Okay. Ready, y'all? You ready? Viscera for turn, right? Go to end step. Discard Gitrog monster. Yep. Yep. Next turn. Womp. Draw the extra 2 through Sylvan Library. Lose our 8. So we've spent 16 life. Animate Dead. Get Gitrog monster. Sacrifice it to Viscera. We can scry. We'll put that at the bottom. And then with Gitrog Dead, We get Body Snatcher. And we get Carrion Feeder. Oh, it's not get. Oh, I'm so dumb. This is Gitrog. I thought it was Protean Hulk. I'm so sorry. I have the combo in hand for Gitrog too. That's the funny part. We have the Life from Loam in hand. That's hilarious. They're two giant monsters. I thought it was Protean Hulk. I'm so dumb. I mixed them up. That's so funny. There's Protean Hulk. There you go. Oh, we have Reanimate in it. Oh, no lands in hand though. That'd been fun. That'd been fun. Oh my gosh. Guys. Boys and goyles. This has been an amazing stream. This has been an amazing stream. Were you guys happy? We did 5 decks in one stream. How was that? I had a blast. I think I have enough energy. I think next stream we're bringing 6. But I need enough decks to do that. Right now, I only have 5 more decks to do this week. So if you guys can, please go add decks. Go to the Patreon. Buy yourself a deck. If you're already a Duke and you'd love to have a deck every single week, I'm running a new promotion. Buy 3, get 1 free. It's the Wizard tier. And you get an extra roast every month as well. So if you guys want to, go check out the new Wizard tier on the Patreon, or just obviously stay at Duke. Thank you so much. And then make sure to ping me after stream if I asked you to. And the Discord, unbelievable amount of support. You guys are the absolute best. I'm so thankful. So thankful for you guys. Seriously. But it's that time. It's that time in the stream. It's that time. We lift it up. God, thank you so much for all the support and all the blessings you've given in my life through these people. Thank you for my fans. Thank you so much for everything they do. Thank you so much for this great game that we get to play. And thank you for keeping everyone happy and healthy and able to show up. Lord, I ask that you take care of everyone who supports me. I ask that you continue to bless this awesome anniversary night I'm going to have with my wife. And thank you so much for all the love and support you guys have shown me. Guys, this is going to be so much fun to play these decks. I'm so thankful for all of you and all the different deck submissions you've given me. You guys have such cool ideas. I'm so thankful you guys trust me with them. Sulfur going to get looked at with heavy breathing tonight. Yeah, that's awesome. Guys, thank you so much. Thank you for an amazing stream. Come to the Discord. Come hang out. Come have a good time. I want to see you on there. Join that Discord on the Patreon. Thank you guys. Thank you guys for a wonderful stream. Bye-bye. Amen, y'all. See you guys. See you next stream. Have a great night.